Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekly Doctors Against Genocide webinar. Thank you for joining us every week to hear more about what is happening in Palestine, in Gaza, in Sudan, in Congo, and every area in the world impacted by genocide. Your commitment, your willingness to be here and to advocate against these atrocities is something that you should be proud of now and forever. We should never be silent or neutral in the face of these atrocities. Doing so is a betrayal to ourselves as human beings, as healthcare workers and professionals, and as good citizens of this world. These communities, the vulnerable communities where they are, the children, they need us, they need our voice, they need our help, they need our support. That's why we make sure we keep this fight and we don't look away like unfortunately many people do. Today is a special webinar commemorating 1 year of the abduction of our great colleague, Dr. Hussam Abu Sophia. Dr. Hussam Abu Sophia, one of the medical heroes, one of the legends who really sacrificed himself, his safety, his family to practice medicine and not to leave or abandon his patients and his hospital. He was abducted, disappeared, and tortured, and continued to be tortured for more than a year. The only crime he committed is being a doctor and a human being, and someone who refused to abandon those who need him most. To this day, there is almost 100 doctors and healthcare professionals from Gaza who continue to endure in Israeli torture camps and prisons. One of them, our friend, is Dr. Hussam Al Sophia. We have Dr. Marwan Al-Hams, who was also with us on this webinar before. He was the head of the field hospital in Gaza. And another doctor, Dr. Ghassan Abu Zuhri, who is an orthopedic surgeon at Nasser Hospital. Them and many other colleagues continue to endure there. We, as doctors, healthcare workers in the world, refuse to stay silent on the detention and illegal abduction of our colleagues. We will continue to speak out. We invite everyone to speak up even more, to do more campaigns and more pressure to their elected officials, to their governments, to their institutions, to their medical institutions, to release and to free our colleagues. Today we are honored to have Ilyas Hussam Abu Sophia, the son of Dr. Abu Sophia, with us to share with us the most recent updates about his situation, about his health condition. And in the second segment of this webinar, we will be also celebrating the resilience and the steadfastness and the resistance of the medical community in Gaza that despite the genocide, despite the destruction, continued to endure, continued to serve, continued to learn, continued to achieve, and to pass medical boards and exams. Last week, there was a celebration at Al-Shifa Hospital of more than 170 doctors who passed the medical board exams in the last 3 years of the genocide. And we are honored that Doctors Against Genocide was part of supporting that celebration. Hopefully, we'll have Dr. Ahmad Al-Farra and Dr. Shaza. Both of them were graduates and passed their boards to join us later and talk more about that event. But for now, I'm gonna go to Ilyas and have Ilyas share with us the recent updates on Dr. Hussam. When Karama comes back, we had a video that we had with Dr. Hussam when he was on our webinar just a week before his abduction. We can play it once Karama is back. But for now, Ilyas, ahla wa sahla. Ilyas is going to speak in Arabic. I'm going to try to translate. Everyone else is welcome to help me translate if you wish. But I'm proud that Ilyas wants to speak in Arabic because Ilyas is Arabic and this is his native tongue, and he's proud of it, and he has nothing to apologize for. And everyone in the world should learn and hear Arabic and Zulu and all the native languages in the world. English is not a destiny, it's just a language. أهلين وسهلا إلياس، تفضل.
أهلين دكتور، طبعا التحية لك ولجميع الأطباء الشرفاء الموجودين عبر هذه المنظمة. يعني لا زلتم حتى هذه اللحظة تنقلوا يعني معاناتنا كعائلة منكوبة من داخل قطاع غزة، وكذلك يعني معاناة الأطباء الموجودين في داخل المعتقل الإسرائيلي اللي يعني في كل يوم في كل ساعة في كل دقيقة هم بيعانوا من حرمان من طعام من شراب من علاج. يعني طبعا
إلياس
جهدكم هذا
إلياس
مبارك.
إلياس خلينا نترجم واحدة واحدة، جملة جملة عشان ما نضيع شيء.
تمام.
الميموري تاعتي is not that great. So Elias is thanking every one of you and thanking Doctors Against Genocide by for continuing to speak about the medical community in Gaza, about his dad, about his colleagues, and what they are going through in the Israeli torture camps. تفضل.
نعم طبعا دكتورنا الحبيب بعد عام على اعتقال والدي الدكتور حسام أبو صفية، ويعني الأطباء والكوادر الطبية في داخل المعتقل الإسرائيلي، طبعا يعني لا زال هناك يعني انتهاك مستمر للقانون الدولي ولحقوق الإنسان. يعني بعد مرور الذكرى السنوية الأولى لاعتقال والدي الدكتور حسام أبو صفية في السجون الإسرائيلية، يعني في ظل استمرار يعني الاعتقال يعني لبطال الأكاديميين والأطباء وأصحاب الكفاءات، يعني في انتهاك واضح لمبادئ القانون الدولي والإنساني والمواثيق الأممية المتعلقة بحقوق الإنسان.
So Elias saying that it's been 1 year now since the abduction of his father, Dr. Hussam, and his colleagues against all international law with no crime committed. And by doing so, Israel is violating all humanitarian basic principles, humanitarian laws, and against the calls from the global community to release them. تفضل.
طبعا دكتور، بما يخص آخر الأخبار المتعلقة بوالدي، يعني حسب شهادة المحاميين في الفترة الأخيرة قبل تقريبا 40 يوم، لا زال والدي حتى هذه اللحظة ممنوع من الزيارة بعد نقله من سجن عوفر إلى سجن نفحة.
So his dad was moved from the jail called Nafha to a new one called Ofer. The last update they had from him is about 40 days ago through the attorney who visited him. He's still not allowed to have any visitations. تفضل.
نعم طبعا شهادة المحامين في يعني في الفترات السابقة وحتى هذا اليوم اللي بتابعوا قضية والدي، سواء المحليين أو الدوليين، يعني بخبرونا أن والدي منذ عام كامل يعيش ظروف نفسية وصحية وصعبة وقاسية جدا. ويعني هو بالأخص من بين كل الكوادر الطبية، لأنه عمل على إفشال مخطط الجنرالات بشكل واضح خلال حصار شمال قطاع غزة.
So according to what the lawyer shared, that his father, Dr. Hussam, has been enduring all kind of physical and psychological abuse and torture in the past year, more than anyone else, because he was one of those heroes and medical heroes who spoiled their general's plan that they put together, Israel put together at that time to annihilate and exterminate the people in the north of Gaza. His steadfastness, him and his colleague, and refusal to leave and to abandon the patients was one of the reasons that one of the reasons that spoiled their general's plan. That's why they are intentionally torturing him and imposing on him harsher conditions than usual. تفضل.
طبعا دكتور، يعني زي ما بتعرف انه بعد اصابة والدي في مستشفى كمال عدوان في منطقة الفخذ، يعني حتى هذه اللحظة يوجد 6 شظايا في منطقة الفخذ سببت للوالد ورم شديد ونزيف داخلي وتورم. حتى هذه اللحظة لم يعرض على طبيب مختص الجراحي، وحتى هذه اللحظة لا زال والدي يعاني من هذه الإصابة وهو محروم من العلاج اللازم والعرض على الطبيب المختص لإجراء هذه العملية الجراحية.
As we all know, Dr. Hussam Sophia was injured just a few weeks before he was abducted. He got a sharpener wound to his thigh, and he continued to have 6 fragments of this, metal in his thigh. It continues to cause him problems until now. And until now, despite him asking many times for medical help and intervention to do surgery, he's being refused any care or treatment for his wound, and it continues to give him a lot of problems. تفضل.
نعم طبعا، السجون الإسرائيلية بدنا ننوه لهي النقطة. من فترة يعني الحرب صارت تعمل كمنظومة احتجاز بتتعمد على التضييق الممنهج للأسرى وحرمان يعني المعتقلين من حقوقهم الأساسية كالطعام كالشراب كالدواء، يعني والرعاية الصحية، وأيضا يعني التواصل مع العائلة بشكل مباشر. ويعني ما في ضمانات حتى من المحاكم العادل داخل المحاكم الإسرائيلية.
So Israeli prisons have never been a good place to be in. They always abducted, illegally abducted the Palestinians for no good reason and mostly for political causes. But since October 7, the situation in these prisons got much worse. It's part, I think, of the genocidal campaign. The conditions they are putting these, hostages in are very brutal. They are denying them of any basic humanitarian or medical needs. They are putting them in conditions of starvation, minimal food, crowdness, as we all hear about them having all kinds of infections and stuff like that because of the lack of hygiene and care. تفضل.
نعم طبعا دكتور، يعني الحقوق اللي تكلمنا عنها قبل قليل، الحقوق الأساسية من رعاية طبية وتواصل بشكل مباشر مع العائلة أو تطمينات يعني من قبل الجيش الإسرائيلي أو أخبار بما يخص الوالد، يعني صراحة هم لا يعطون أي أجوبة يعني واضحة بخصوص وضع والد الصحي والنفسي. يعني هي يعني حقوق كفلها الإعلان العالمي لحقوق الإنسان واتفاقيات جنيف، لكن للأسف الشديد إسرائيل لا تحترم كل هذه القوانين.
So Israel is violating all international and Geneva conventions by not allowing the hostages and detainees from basic medical care and basic updates on their health and psychological situation, not allowing any visitation, not allowing the families to know the whereabouts and or the status or the health of these hostages. تفضل.
نعم دكتور، أنا حاب برضو كمان أوضح نقطة مهمة. يعني إحنا كعائلة يعني إحنا بنعيش صراحة معاناة كبيرة جدا يعني على مدار عام كامل، يعني إحنا بنعيش حالة من القلق الدائم يعني وانتظار قاسي جدا في ظل غياب يعني المعلومات الكافية عن ظروف احتجاز والدنا وتقييد زيارات المحاميين ومنع المحامين من يعني زيارة الوالد. يعني حتى كمان الجيش الإسرائيلي بتعمد عدم زيارة المحاميين لفترات متقاربة حتى لا تظهر، يعني حتى لا ينقلوا آثار التعذيب على جسد الوالد.
So as a family of Dr. Hassan Sophia, his children, his wife, they've been going through, unfortunately, through hell this past year, worried about their father, not knowing what's happening with him. The Israeli genocidal authorities are not allowing them any visitation. They are also limiting the frequency and the amount of time even the lawyer are allowed to see them. Many times they are not allowing the lawyers to go there frequently because they might detect any signs of torture, which is making the family more anxious, more worried about the health of their father.
طبعا
تفضل.
بالإضافة دكتور، يزيد فضلك طبعا دكتور، بالإضافة إلى المحاكم الإسرائيلية اللي صارت المحاكمات، طبعا ما بيعطوا أي أفق قانوني أو أي تهم باتجاه الوالد. يعني في التحقيق كانوا يحققوا معاه، طيب انت ليش بتعالج؟ يعني ليش انت اصريت على وجودك في داخل مستشفى كمال عدوان؟ طب انت يعني ليش كنت تعالج يعني المرضى والجرحى واصريت على بقائك في مستشفى كمال عدوان؟ الأصل أنه كل الموجودين في الشمال كانوا يصنفوا ضمن قائمة الإرهاب. الأصل كانوا كلهم ماتوا. فالوالد قال لهم أنه كانوا عبارة عن أطفال، وكانوا عبارة عن نساء وشيوخ كبار في السن. فحكوا له هدول محكوم عليهم كان بالإعدام في شمال قطاع غزة أثناء خطة الجنرالات التي كانت تهدف إلى خطة التهجير. طبعا يعني كانوا بيعدوا كل من كان في شمال قطاع غزة إرهابي. لذلك تم تصنيف الوالد كمقاتل غير شرعي، لأنه يعني وجد في مكان ومنطقة قتال خطيرة، وساهم في علاج الأطفال والنساء المصابين، الناس اللي كانوا متمسكين في أرضهم وفي بيوتهم، ولأنه ما كان في أي مكان تاني يروحوا له.
So, despite of interrogation for more than 1 year, there were no charges levied against Dr. Abu Sophia, except the fact that he insisted on treating the patients there, telling them that he was taking care only of the children. It was mainly a children hospital, and the injured people there. There was no terrorists. But the Israelis continue to insist, claiming that everyone in the north was a terrorist and they were all condemned to die, and trying to take care of them is by itself a crime. That's why they put him under this weird designation of illegal combatant, or I'm not sure if I'm using the right term, but that's the only thing they have about him. They put him under this category, illegal combatant, which means putting or using this category, which means they have the authority to keep his detention, unlimited and without having to file any charges against him. تفضل.
طبعا الدكتور، يعني أثر الاعتقال يعني زي ما أنت عارف لا يقتصر على الأسير وحده أو على المعتقل وحده. طبعا يمتد ليشكل يعني عبء على العائلة، يعني من ناحية نفسية واجتماعية واقتصادية على العائلة بأكملها. ويعني هذا يتعارض مع المبادئ الإنسانية والأخلاقية وللعدالة والحقوق الإنسان.
Yeah. So Elias is sharing that the repercussions of this detention is hard on these hostages, on the doctor and his colleagues, but it's also very hard on their families, because the families themselves are enduring this, being worried about the health of their father or mother or child, not hearing about their situation, being in the not allowed to visit them. This has a lot of psychological uh, impacts on the family, and also financial impacts. And in general, most of these people are providers for their families. So just taking them for no reason and keeping them as hostages for unlimited amount of time with no specific charges um, does not impact just the hostages, it impacts their families too. تفضل إلياس.
نعم دكتور، إذا ممكن أنا يعني حابب إن نوصل برضو كمان رسالة عبر يعني منظمة دكتور ايجنس جينوسايد. طبعا هاي تكون كمناشدة للعالم إذا أمكن.
Elias wants to have a call through our organization, Doctors Against Genocide, to the whole world on behalf of his father. تفضل.
طبعا دكتور، بعد سنة يعني من اعتقال والدي، إحنا كعائلة بنوجه رسالة للعالم، وهي عبارة عن مناشدة. لا شك أن قضيتنا ليست حالة فردية، يعني هي نموذج لمعاناة آلاف المعتقلين الفلسطينيين، وخصوصا من الكوادر الطبية. يعني هي نموذج لمعاناة آلاف من المعتقلين اللي يعني حاليا هم موجودين في ظروف احتجاز يعني تفتقر إلى الحد الأدنى من المعايير القانونية والإنسانية.
So, Dr. Absofia family is sending an appeal to the whole world and to the medical community all over the world uh, on behalf of their abducted medical workers and doctors who have been enduring all kind of abuses for more than 1 year. تفضل.
طبعا احنا بنجدد دعوتنا للمؤسسات الحقوقية والحقوقية الدولية طبعا، والمنظمات الطبية وحقوق الإنسان، والهيئات الأممية يعني أنها تتحمل مسؤوليتها القانونية والأخلاقية أقل ما فيها، والضغط من أجل الإفراج عن والد وعن جميع المعتقلين من الكوادر الطبية اللي ما لهم ذنب سوى أنهم كانوا يقدموا الخدمة الطبية وبقوا على رأس عملهم ولم يهربوا ولم يخذلوا أبناء شعبهم. ويعني يكون في ضمانات لحماية جميع المعتقلين في داخل السجون الإسرائيلية، يكون في توصيات للجانب الإسرائيلي في هذا الخصوص.
So Ilyas and Dr. Sophia family are calling on all international governments, international institutions, legal institutions, medical institutions all over the world to uphold the international law, the humanitarian law, universal laws, and to pressure Israel to release their, doctors, their healthcare workers who committed no crime other than being healthcare workers providing for those who need their care. تفضل.
نعم. أيضا يعني استمرار الصمت الدولي إزاء هذه الانتهاكات طبعا بيساهم يعني من ترسيخ اللي هو سياسة الإفلات من العقاب، وبعمل على تقييد المنظومات الطبية والعدالة الدولية. يعني في المقابل دكتور يبقى الأمل يعني معقود في التحرك الجاد يعني تجاه هذه الممارسات العبثية، وبعيد الاعتبار لمبادئ حقوق الإنسان في العالم، يعني اللي هي مفترض أنها تكون غير قابلة للتجزئة أو الانتقائية.
So as we all know that healthcare workers and healthcare facilities receive and should be protected, should never be a target according to Geneva Convention and international laws. The international silence on the crimes that Israel is committing against the healthcare system and healthcare workers and the impunity that they're receiving is giving them a green light to continue these abuses, to continue their transgressions, and also breaking the trust that these doctors, healthcare workers have in the system and international laws to protect the medical community and the providers and first aid workers who have a moral, professional, and ethical obligation to serve, to treat the patients, and according to international law, they should enjoy protections and they should never be targeted. تفضل إلياس.
نعم دكتور، يعني صراحة يعني لا تزال يعني قضية والدي الدكتور حسام أبو صفية والدكتور مروان الهمس والدكتور غسان أبو زهري والجميع الكوادر الطبية المعتقلين في السجون الإسرائيلية لا زالت يعني هذه القضايا مفتوحة. يعني هذه القضايا يعني المتشابهة يعني بانتظار عدالة غائبة وحرية مؤجلة ولكنها غير منسية. يعني حتى اللحظة لا يوجد أي أفق قانوني يعني لهذه القضايا.
What you said is very beautiful in Arabic. I don't know if I can translate it in English or not, but in a way he says that these are still open wounds. His father, Dr. Marwan and Dr. Ghassan, and all their colleagues who continue to endure is an open wound in our humanity, in morality. They continue to wait for an answer from the international community. They continue to wait for a closure. They continue to wait for more people, for us, for humanity to speak up and to pressure the aggressors and the perpetrators of this genocide to stop it and to release these honorable doctors, healthcare workers who committed no crime other than doing what they know best, which is to protect life and to treat their patients. إلياس أنا هلا بدي أخلي دكتورة كرامة تحكي. She's
نعم.
gonna be talking to you and after a while we're gonna share a video that we had with your dad when he was with us on this webinar. Then we have Dr. Ghassan San Bashar is here with us. Then we're going to open the floor for the panelists if anyone has any questions for you or for Bashar. But let's start with Karama first. تفضل كرام.
أهلا وسهلا يا إلياس. شكرا
أهلاً
لك.
دكتور.
Yeah, so what I wanted to say is Ilyas's father is one of our biggest inspiration for Doctors Against Genocide. We connected with him, and after we connected with him, he joined us on the webinar several times. What is very striking about Dr. Abu Safiya is his calm manner. He's very gentle, he's very patient. He always says the kindest things to us, it just gave us this feeling of we are sitting in peaceful places with no bombardments, and this doctor is trying to make us feel better. So our appreciation for Dr. Abu Sophia extends beyond just being a colleague. He's also an exceptionally humane and kind person. I spent a lot of time looking at our recordings from last year. We connected with him just before he was abducted by the Israelis when he walked into the tank. And what he was telling us is that he wanted to stay in Kamal Adwan Hospital to treat his patients. He is a pediatrician. He was in one of the last remaining hospitals in the north of Gaza. And he was assigned the directorship of the whole hospital because the adult doctors, the internists, were no longer there. And as a pediatrician, he needed to work as a surgeon, as an internist, as a director of the hospital. And I'm going to share with you one of the videos that I tried to dig from our webinars. We did not do webinars at that time. At that time, in 2024, we did Zoom meetings. We were very amateurish. We still are, بس يعني. Can you see?
Yes, yes.
This is Dr. Abu Sophia on our Zoom meeting.
من مستشفى عدوان يعني بدأت يعني المجازر تشتد وتشتد، وما يحصل حقيقة وما يدمي القلوب وما يحصل من أصلا العقل البشري يعجز عن تصور ما يحدث، وهو استهداف البيوت بساكنها. ونحن نتلقى نداءات ثلاثة من هؤلاء الأطفال والنساء من تحت البيوت المقصوفة اللي أغلبهم كلهم أطفال ونساء، ولا نستطيع أن نقدم لهم شيء، لأنه فعلا لا يوجد أداة تزيل الركاب ولا يوجد مركبة أسعاف واحدة لأنه تم.
So what Dr. Abu Sophia is describing is that one of the things that made his heart bleed is the number of casualties under the rubble because of the bombardment by Israel, heavy bombardment. As you recall, the 500-pound bombs and the 2,000-pound bombs were dropped several every day. One of the things that made his heart bleed is the inability to save these people under the rubble because of the lack of the equipment, the heavy equipment to remove rubble. So he knew that people were dying under the rubble while he was able to save them, but he couldn't just because of lack of equipment.
ولا يسمح بحركة أي سيارة في شمال قطاع غزة.
He was saying that also the ambulances were not allowed at all to move in the north of Gaza. They were basically besieged in Kamal Adwan Hospital, surrounded by tanks for several days.
المدنيين يعني أول شيء تم اجتياح شمال قطاع غزة وإطلاق الحصار عليه ومنع أبسط الأشياء التي تساعد الحياة من دخولها إلى شمال قطاع غزة من طعام وشراب وعلاج ودواء، بالإضافة إلى الاجتياح المباشر اللي تم إلى مستشفى كمال عدوان واعتقال كافة الكوادر التخصصية، وبقيت أنا وعدد قليل من.
So Dr. Abu Sophia is describing how the hospital was surrounded and the whole north of Gaza was besieged and nothing was allowed to enter. And then the team of doctors and nurses in Kamal Adwan was abducted, and he was one of the few people remaining in the hospital.
Karam, 1 minute, please. Karam, can you stop it for 1 minute? Can you please just notice that he has the crutches in his hand? His wounds were fresh in his thigh, and he was walking in crutches. You can see it actually next to his ear. These were the crutches that he used after his injury. تفضل كرام.
الحالات التي تتوافد مستشفى كمال عدوان كلها جراحية بسبب الاستهدافات وتحتاج إلى تخصصات جراحية، وبالتالي فقدنا الكثير من هؤلاء لعدم مقدرتنا على تقديم الخدمة الجراحية لهؤلاء المصابين.
He's saying that most of the injuries that came to Kamal Adwan Hospital were surgical cases because of trauma, and the team lost so many cases because they are not surgeons. The Dr. Abu Sophia is a pediatrician, and he was with a few nurses and a few other pediatricians.
So Dr. الطبية من مستشفى عدوان يعني بدأت يعني المجازر تشتد وتشتد، وما يحصل حقيقة وما يدمي القلوب وما يحصل من أصلا العقل البشري يعجز عن تصور ما يحدث، وهو استهداف البيوت بساكنها، ونحن نتلقى نداءات.
I think that's a repeat. He's saying that one of the things that the human mind could not comprehend is allowing the rubble to be on people without having the capability of helping the screaming civilians who are trapped underneath. This is really, I mean, there are many more videos. I just did not have the time to get them, but inshallah, I will spend some time and put all the testimonies from Dr. Abu Sophia in a video, because they're very important, and they tell us the situation when he was abducted from Kamal Adwan Hospital in December. And between October to December, he was trying to negotiate with the Israeli generals, actually trying to negotiate a solution so he can stay in the hospital and take care of his patients. When he walked to the tank, the famous picture of him walking to the tank, he actually did not expect that he will be taken by them. He expected that he will go into the tank, speak to some human, and convince that human in the tank to allow the hospital to stay with the patients inside so that they can continue to work. Unfortunately, since that time, he has been taken away. He lost more than 50 kilograms. He has cardiac condition that got worse. He is not being treated, and he's being tortured. We know from his lawyer that he has been abused, and he has been his jaw was injured, his chest was injured. It's really horrific to know that such a dedicated, kind pediatrician is being treated like this. And what is disheartening is we are not hearing from our fellow colleagues. I know the American Academy of Pediatrics has put a push to speak up for Dr. Abu Sophia. They did try. They put a letter to Secretary Rubio a year ago, and there was no response to the letter. And then after that, there was the backlash that even writing a letter is an anti-Semitic act. And there was a lot of pressure on the little efforts that they did at the American Academy of Pediatrics to speak up for their colleague. There was a lot of pressure from Zionists that this is not acceptable, and even speaking up for a fellow pediatrician is an act of anti-Semitism. This is weaponizing a very dangerous crime, which is anti-Semitism, to actually push further the agenda of a state that is committing genocide against people that it occupies, against every humanitarian international law, and against human decency, to be honest. So I urge all our colleagues, keep thinking of your colleagues who practice medicine under extreme conditions, and speak up. If we do not speak up for each other, I think we have failed each other, and we failed our profession as well.
Thank you, Krama. Let's hear from Bashar, the son of Dr. Ghassan. Bashar is a medical or dental student now in Egypt. His father, Dr. Ghassan Al-Suri, is an orthopedic surgeon who was abducted from Nasser Hospital. And after we hear from Bashar, we go back and have the panelists ask both Ilyas and Bashar. Can you please, Krama, change Bashar's name? He's using my link. His name is Bashar غسان بشار غسان أبو زهري. تفضل بشار.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
السلام.
أولا أنا بشار بن الدكتور غسان أبو زهري. بداية من أول تاريخ قبل الاعتقال، والدي كان يعني من أول يوم صارت في الحرب كان موجود في المستشفى وحتى كان مفضل إنه شغله في المستشفى مفضله علينا لدرجة إنه ما كنا نتقابل وياه كتير. تاني شيء أيام قبل الاعتقال، أيام ما صار إنه في اقتحام لمستشفى ناصر، قد ما طلبنا منه إنه يترك المستشفى يعني عشان سلامته وهيك، كان رافض رفض قاطع إنه يطلع برا المستشفى. لدرجة إنه حكى يعني ما بعرف كيف بده يجيني شعور إنه ممكن يجي مريض وما يلاقي حد يعالجه، ما يلاقي طبيب. فأيام الاعتقال تقريبا هو الاعتقال كان في تاريخ 14/2/2024، أيام اقتحام مستشفى ناصر.
قديش له يعني هلا معتقل؟
تقريبا 2 إلا شهر ونص.
So Bashar is the son of Dr. Ghassan Abu Zuhri. He's an orthopedic doctor at Nasser Hospital. He was abducted from there February 14, 2024. So it's almost 2 years for his abduction. He's talking about his dad, and at that time, he insisted to stay in the hospital and continue to be there to provide for the victims of this genocide. And when the family asked him to come home and to be careful, he said, I cannot leave the hospital. Imagine yourself going to a hospital and there are no doctors to take care of you. Unfortunately, I have to be here despite all the difficulties. They warned him that, bad things might happen. They might attack the hospital. They might target him. But he insisted on staying at the hospital and continuing to provide care for the patients. تفضل.
هلقيت بعد تاريخ اعتقاله هاد تقريبا مر شهر ونص ما كنا نعرف أي معلومة عنه بتاتا. أول معلومة تلقيناها عنه إنه من أحد الأسرى اللي كانوا طالعين، إنه قابلوا في مرة وإنه هو موجود في سجون الاحتلال. ما كنا نعرف إنه هو شو صار معه، وين راح، وين أجا، ما كنا نعرف أي معلومة.
هلا
ولا
اعتقلوه وين؟ بالمستشفى نفسها؟
من خلال مستشفى ناصر الطب الصحي، وهو على رأس عمله.
So they abducted him while he is working at the hospital itself, and for about a month and a half, the family did not know anything about his whereabouts. تفضل.
كان ما في تواصل نهائي، يعني لدرجة ضلينا لفترة 6 شهور من تاريخ اعتقاله ما بنتلقى الأخبار إلا عن طريق الأسرى اللي بيطلعوا وبكونوا قبلوه. يعني كان كل ما في أي أسير يطلع إحنا على طول نتوجه له نسأله هل قابلت الوالد، هل سمعت عنه إشي، أي معلومة طمنا عنه. ما كان في أي طريقة تواصل نهائي لا عند 6 شهور من تاريخ اعتقاله. لأول مرة المحامي تم زيارته بعد 6 شهور تقريبا.
So for about 6 months, the family did not know anything about their dad. Where is he? Except through other prisoners who might have been released here and there. And the family used to ask the prisoners if they saw their father at this certain prison or that. That was the only thing they heard about him until the first time the lawyer was allowed to visit him was 6 months after his abduction. تفضل.
طبعا أول مرة تم زيارة المحامي فيها بعد 6 شهور تقريبا. كان الوزن نقصان في الوزن عنده كثير، وكان عنده برضو مشكلة في قدميه، وبسبب اللي هو الرطوبة في الأماكن يعني من الحالة اللي عايشين فيها هناك. ويعني ما في كنا قادرين انه نوصل لحل او سبب لاعتقاله. يعني كان الاعتقال ما في اي تهمة موجهة له، ما في اي تهمة، ولكن ما في سبب معين انه موجود لها لقيت في سجون الاحتلال.
Again, after the lawyer visited him the first time, the report was there were no charges against him. He was in bad medical shape. He lost a lot of weight. He was in poor medical condition. He had problems in his legs and his feet because of the environment he was kept in. And again, there was no charges against him that the lawyer shared with the family. تفضل.
بعد المدة هاي المحامي ما بيقدر يعمل له أي حاجة سوى إنه يتم له زيارة. طبعا الزيارة هاي مش بالسهولة، بصعوبة جدا. يعني ما بيعطوا مواعيد إحنا بدنا إياها. يعني هم ممكن يقدم زيارة بعد فترة تنقبل، ممكن بعد شهر شهرين، وأحيانا يجي وقت الزيارة تلتغي، يعني مش بالسهولة. وما بيقدر يفيده في أي حاجة، يعني إنه سبب بقائه إنه ممكن نرفع قضية، ما بيقدر يعمل إشي من هيك خالص.
So the lawyer told the family that there is not much he can do for him. They're not allowing him to do anything. Even when they ask for visitation, they continue to delay and make it almost impossible to visit him. تفضل.
إضافة لذلك هو كان له يعني بضلهم يجددوا فترة الاعتقال الإداري. إضافة إلى ذلك قبل تقريبا أسبوعين كنا إحنا عن طريق المحامي رافعين قضية في المحكمة إنه ليش لحتى الآن هو في سجون الاحتلال رغم ما في موجهة له أي تهمة. ما كان في سبب، ولكن هم راحوا جددوا الاعتقال الإداري اللي هو 6 شهور، وكل مرة نفس الكلام، يتم تجديد 6 شهور من دون أي سبب واضح وصريح.
So they kept Dr. Ghassan under administrative detention, and they continued to extend that administrative detention, that the famous administrative detention that you all know about, without any excuse, without any charges, despite multiple demands by the lawyer to give them any excuse why they keep extending his detention. The lawyers are not getting any answers. That's why the family, through their lawyer, filed a case against the authorities there. تفضل.
ويعني كان اللي هو السبب الوحيد اللي هو إنه يعني إيش يقولوها، إنه الإشي اللي ضده إنه هو بقي موجود في المستشفى وبعالج، ما خان القسم اللي حلفه، اللي هو موجود في المستشفى بعالج المرضى وبده واجبه الإنساني. فهذا ذنبه الوحيد اللي كان إنه هو ما خان القسم.
So the only charge against him was that he did not stop working and did not abandon his patients. That is the only mistake he did. So again, like Dr. Hussam also, he has been abducted and being tortured and kept under inhumane conditions for no crime they committed, for no mistake they did other than being true doctors, true providers who refuse to abandon their patients. تفضل.
أيضا قمنا بالعديد من المناشدات، سواء عن طريق وزارة الصحة، سواء مناشدات شخصية، سواء صحائف أجنبية، ولكن ما حاجة عادت علينا بفائدة خالص. يعني ما في أي حاجة ظهرت، ما في أي شيء تغير.
So the family tried also multiple appeals through the Ministry of Health, through international organizations, through multiple, areas and media outlets with no results. تفضل.
ويعني نتمنى انه يصير اشي فعلي، انه متى ينتهي هذا الاشي. يعني ما في اطباء هم لهم في شغلهم في مجال عملهم فقط لا غير. نتمنى انه يصير حل لهذا الاشي. يعني الاشي صار له اعتقالهم ما يقارب 2 سنين تقريبا، على مشارف 2 سنين.
So again, the family is like Dr. Hassan Sophia family are appealing to the whole world to do everything they can to put pressure on genocidal Israeli forces to release these doctors who committed no crime. And for us, the medical community, they are appealing to the medical community to stand up and to raise our voices, to stand with our colleagues and to demand their release. تفضل.
أيضا كان الوالد يعني له نشاطات عديدة في المستشفى أو حتى خارج المستشفى، اللي هي الوفود. يعني كان حتى في الداخل كان كل فترة يروح مؤتمرات، ما كان عليه أي حاجة، ما كان أي إشي ضده، وما كان له إلا في مجال عمله ومجال شغله. يعني هذا بتنافى مع اللي بنشوفه هالجيت. يعني هو هالجيت تم إيقافه من دون أي سبب، من دون أي تهمة. هو ما في إشي ضده، ما في أي حاجة سبب إنه يقعد يوم واحد في سجون الاحتلال، ما في أي شيء ضده.
Bashar saying that his father was always focused on his work, on his medical profession. He will do everything he can to provide for his patients, everything he can to improve his skills and to stay up to date with his, medical knowledge. He will go on conferences, and he never did or practiced any political affiliation with anyone. تفضل.
وطبعا فترة الاعتقال هاي السنتين صعبة كانت جدا علينا خصوصا وعلى عائلتي. إضافة إلى ذلك أنا كان تاريخ سفري في اليوم نفسه اللي تم اعتقال الوالد فيه، وما كنا نعرف إنه هو معتقل.
Yeah, it's a lot of psychological pressure on the family, not knowing where their, father is, and being kept in the dark about his health conditions. بشار بدي أسألك، عمركم زرتوا الوالد؟ في أي حدا من الفاميلي عمره زاره ولا لا؟ أي واحد
لا
منكم
لا،
قدر
ما
يزوره؟
في غير المحامي فقط.
So no one is allowed to visit him except the lawyer. إمتى آخر مرة المحامي زاره؟
كان في له محكمة قبل أسبوعين تقريبا.
The last time the lawyer visited him was 2 weeks ago. He had a court date. شو كانت المحكمة؟ شو النتيجة؟
النتيجة إنه تم تجديد الاعتقال الإداري 6 شهور. هو كان مفروض إنه يتم ترفيعه للمحكمة العليا، وقتها يعملوا استئناف للمحكمة العليا، ووقتها يتم اللي هو الإفراج عنه أو الحكم فيه لو كان إشي ضده، تهمة موجهة له. وهو فعليا في ملفه في سجون احتلال ما في تهمة موجهة ضده.
So again,
فهو تم تجديد.
the family was expecting his release 2 weeks ago, or that his case be moved to the high court, because there was no charges against him, but the Israeli authorities denied this, and they just extended his illegal abduction for 6 more months. شكرا يا بشار. Thank you,
لا
Bashar. Now we have Bashar and we have Ilyas here. I want anyone from our colleagues here in the panel, if you have any questions for them. Unfortunately, the son of Dr. Al-Hams is not able to join, has technical problems, and the weather is bad. Their internet connection is not great. Him and his sister, who was also an ex prisoner too, but hopefully they will be able to join. Anyone has any questions for Ilyas or Bashar, please?
بتمنى إنه نطلع بنتيجة وتكون نتيجة تفلج صدورنا يعني.
إن شاء الله إن شاء الله. أنا شوف إذا في حدا من الدكاترة هون حاب يسألكم أي أسئلة. Anyone has any questions, guys?
I have a question for Bashar.
تفضل.
بشار راح احكي بالانجليزي وبعدين احكي لك اياه بالعربي.
تمام.
My question for Bashar, you are first year dental school student, and how are you doing in Egypt? How is school? How are you coping with all this? Bashar, انت بسنة أولى طب أسنان؟
أنا ثاني.
سنة تانية. كيف حالك وكيف مدبر أمورك؟ خبرنا، طمنا عنك.
تمام الحمد لله، ماشية الأمور.
Doing well, he's doing well. School is good. الدراسة ماشي حالها منيحة.
الحمد لله كله تمام.
Okay, good. If you need anything, let us know.
Actually, Bashar does need help. Bashar does need help, and we tried to help him from DAG, because when he first registered to the school, his dad was working and he was providing for him. But since his father abduction, the family are left with no one to provide for them. So we're trying to help Bashar continue his classes and his school. We did try to send his tuition to the university directly, but unfortunately, the Egyptian authorities again are messing with that. So I'm trying to find another way to help Bashar. But yes, Bashar, Ilyas, all these families, I mean, their main provider, the provider for the family, is being abducted, and they do need our help and our support. And thank you, Bashar, for continuing to persevere and to stay there. Continue to do everything you can to meet the hopes that your father had for you to become a doctor too. تفضل.
وإلياس كيفك أنت إلياس؟ شو عم تعمل ب
جزاك الله.
Huh?
كازاخستان الماتي.
Yes. كيف حالك؟
تمام.
كيف معك وإخوانك؟
الحمد لله رب العالمين تمام.
Yes, good. Yeah.
الحمد لله.
Inshallah, your fathers will be released soon and you get to
إن شاء
reunite
الله.
your family. And you
إن
know,
شاء الله.
all the 10,000 Palestinian hostages that are being in Israeli dungeons, most of them are held without charge, and all of them are held under severe conditions. We have seen reports of sexual violence, of torture, of starvation, of being held in very cold, moldy spaces, in crowded conditions, no access to water, no access to soap. The reports from there are very extreme, and the visitation is also very extreme. We also have somebody called Ben Gvir who keeps threatening the prisoners, the hostages, the Palestinian hostages. He is pushing very hard to legalize the execution of Palestinians for charges of terrorism. And we know that in Israeli systems, 99% of Palestinians are found guilty, which is quite ridiculous. So it's a very scary situation for people who have family members in prisons, for all Palestinians, really, because once you are abducted, it's very difficult to get out, and it's very difficult to get any fair treatment. So it's hard. People are appreciate you بشار. الكل مبسوط إنه شافكم. الكل بدي لأهاليكم إنكم تطلعوا. وإن شاء الله we will try our best to push for the release of your parents.
إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله إن شاء الله رب العالمين.
Yeah, we are circulating two petitions, one by Code Pink. Code Pink is trying to do a big push to release the Palestinian prisoners, especially focusing on Dr. Abu Sophia as a pediatrician who became quite well known to people, and people are moved by his story. So I put the Code Pink petition in the chat. We are also circulating another petition by U.S. Center for Constitutional Palestinian Rights, I think. We do not have our own Doctors Against Genocide petition for this action. We had one in the past, but we are trying to figure out with partners what is the best way to push for the release and for the restoration of the human rights of everyone, honestly. Nidal?
Yes. Again, sorry guys, me and Karam are both working. That's why we keep getting in and out. So, تفضل.
I mean, we're you both انتوا الانترنت تمام معكم بشار والياس
Yes.
تمام.
تمام.
Maybe we can hear from Elvis about what's happening in Congo since he's here with us.
Yes.
Great, thank you very much. Salam to everyone on the panel and everyone listening from other social network platforms. Thank you very much for the opportunity given to us once again. For the people who maybe is the first time to see me, I'm Elvis. I'm part of a grassroots organization based in the east part of Congo. We are mainly based in Goma and Bukavu. What we do is we support young girls who have been victims of sexual assault. As a result, they become young mothers. We support also orphans. And beside all that work, we go to different hospitals to help the patients who are mainly from the background, from the displacement background. We help them with the hospital bills. We help them with treatment. We provide food and any other support that we can give to them. And for the last 4 months now, we have been part of this amazing platform whereby we receive a financial support that is helping us to feed the young girls, to provide food for the young girls who are victims of sexual assault with their baby, for their treatment and also for their rent. The same with the young ones who are at the orphanage. In terms of update, let me go back to when the peace deal was signed in Washington between the Rwandese president and the Congolese president, with Trump, definitely. If you remember, on that day, everyone sang "Peace is Back," but on the same day, one of the biggest towns in the east was taken by the rebels, and more than 200,000 people had to move and went to a neighbor country. And now we've got a crisis. More than 80,000 people now are in need of support. They don't have food, they don't have shelter, they don't have access to any medical support, and they are crying for our help. That is in the south. And as we always highlight, the international organization that you have, all the big names who are over there, the Doctor Without Border, the UN, everyone is crying, asking for support when we know they've got enough money, but they can't even support people the right way. So we are, at the moment, we are working together. We are channeling our effort to see if there is any way we can start helping our own people who are displaced, who are in those camps in Burundi. For Christmas, as a few people may know, it is a festive time, and Congo is few people believes in Christmas and they have to celebrate. So we spent time during Christmas with the support of someone, and we didn't share this one earlier on. There was a Zoom meeting that came about 2 weeks ago, and the lady who initiated the Zoom meeting was listening to this particular live a few weeks ago, and they end up setting up a day of awareness. And the event was a fundraising event in Guyana, in South of America. That is where you can see the power of networking, the power of this platform. We received a call, and I was a guest on the event where we were sharing the platform with other countries, other people from other part of the world where the genocide is going on at the moment. They did manage to raise money, and they did send to us $500 from the event. On behalf of Doug, we say once again, thank you very, very much. Because of you, someone miles away doesn't know anything about Congo, who doesn't know anything about the genocide that is happening in Congo, has gathered friends, and they managed to give us some money, and the money helped us to buy extra food for the women. The activity that we have run last 2 weeks, especially this Christmas period, we want, with the support of Doug, we want to provide food for more than 53 families. And those families are mainly elderly people who didn't go back to their villages, who have been staying in those areas for about 6 months with no support. So we went there, we gave them food, we gave them provision, we gave them blanket, and also we give them some extra provision that can last a week or two. And on the other side, the kids were celebrating Christmas, or they had to share food, new clothes, new toys, so they had a good time. That's all as updates from the work that we are doing. I know, yes.
Do you have pictures to share? I know you're you have excellent photographers in Congo.
Yes, we've got, I think you missed them. The picture was shared in our WhatsApp group.
Do you want to
share the distribution? Yes.
Should I share?
Yes, you can. Yes, no problem at all. That is why we did send them to you. So those pictures, as you could see, they were straight away getting to work. So that is the provision that we had to give to them. So we gave every single family 10 kilos of rice, 5 kilos of beans, 1.5 liters of cooking oil, soap, cleaning soap. We gave 50 mattresses. For each family, we gave 50 blankets because it is raining season in the east of Congo now, and it's very, very cold, and most of them are living in conditions where they can't afford any blanket or any food. And definitely, as you can see, that is the other side. The video that is there, this is an appeal that we are just launching. Sorry, that is the distribution. You can listen to it. So that location used to be a camp, and around this camp there were 75,000 people living in. That is a Mugunga camp. And some of the people, when the M23, the rebel group, took control of the town of Goma, could not go back to their villages, and they have to stay. As you can see, not only elderly people stayed, but there are a lot of children as well. The families are 50 and more than 100 children are living without any support at all for about 6 months. And that 6 months is the last time we went to visit them. So thank you once again to everyone. Thanks to Doug. Thanks to the family that we are meeting every single day. It is amazing to see what we can do when we work together. We have to remember the genocide hasn't stopped yet, because people are getting through a lot every single day. We've got reports from different hospitals of women who have been raped. We still have fighting going on everywhere. So please, let's keep on talking about the war in Congo, in Sudan, in Gaza, and that is our duty and that is our responsibilities.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Elvis, always great to hear from you. Always good to support the people in Goma and support the people in Congo. I think the worst thing that we can do is to turn our faces away from all this suffering, and while we can do something and go on with life as if nothing is happening. There is people who are enduring very difficult conditions, and we can do something about it, sometimes by raising awareness, just like, somebody who's listening to the webinar might be moved to do something in Congo or in Sudan or in Gaza, or by advocating for the release of the doctors, advocating for an end to violence. There is so much that we as people can do that requires very little from us, and we should always do that. And I think when we do things, we also collectively feel better as a community.
Thank you, Karama. Thank
Yeah,
you, Alba.
thank you.
As you all know, DAG is a nonprofit registered 501c3 nonprofit organization, which means any donation to DAG to help the communities in Congo, in Sudan, in Gaza is tax deductible. It's better to donate them to DAG or any other nonprofit that is helping these communities rather than send them to the government to send our tax dollars to buy more bombs to kill more people. We know it's the end of the year. It's only a few days left for the year. So if you have any spare, any money, any way, if you want to cut down, if you want to help stop the genocide, cut down the taxes you are sending to the government and donating, your money, which is tax deductible, to go to the communities that needs them, is better than giving them to the government to buy more bombs for Israel and for the perpetrators everywhere. As you saw, the conditions in Congo, the communities there that need help, the conditions in Gaza and Palestine, the West Bank, And also, unfortunately, the doctors from Sudan could not join today because they are traveling, but they will be with us next week. The situation there is unfortunately continuing to get worse by the day. And they're trying, to open more wars everywhere because that's how they make money. Now I don't know where they come up with this Somaliland. They're trying to open a new front there. Whenever they feel like there's one war winding down, they want to start the next one, so they keep the business going. We need to keep our elected officials accountable, and we need to deprive them of the machine, the money that we pay the governments to make them send these monies to the war profiteers. So thank you, everyone. We have actually Dr. Salman here with us from New York. It seems they have a good event for Dr. Hussam and Sophia yesterday in New York, and it seems there was some problems. Dr. Salman, are you here with us? Dr. Salman? Dr. Salman?
Yes,
Yes, Dr. Salman, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum. I'm so well, alhamdulillah. It's such an honor to be here with you all. And yes, we did.
It's our pleasure to see you. And tell us what happened. You tried to have an event for Dr. Hussam and the doctors who were being taken as hostages yesterday in New York, and there was some attack on you guys. What happened?
Yes, and full disclosure, I was not the organizer of this event. There were other brave organizers who invited us, and Alice and Dania and I were there from DAG, and we started outside a hospital in New York just because connecting the lack of attention or the ignoring of our health systems of what's happening in Gaza and what's happening to our colleagues there. And then we marched to a large mall in Columbus Circle in New York City. If some people are aware of this mall, and people are going about doing their shopping, and a few of the organizers actually very spontaneously decided to drop banners and Palestinian flags, and they went to the second floor, and this was just sort of in unison. A few banners and flags dropped, and people threw some flyers over, and thankfully it was I think it was a very, very successful sort of action because they got a lot of people's attention. And then unfortunately, as has been the case with a lot of the protests and actions that are peaceful, but the police, the NYPD attacked one of the organizers, and they tackled her violently to the ground, and she was, of course, unarmed and not resisting or any sort of threat at all. And this was very, very brutal that they were on her back, and they tied the handcuffs so tight, she said, that her wrists were bleeding. And she was taken away, and I heard that she was released late last night. I don't know the full extent of how she's doing and her injuries. But this was like a great honor to do this for Dr. Abu Sophia and for the Palestinian hostages, and just surreal and such an honor to have Elias in my presence here on the same call, and wish we could do more for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Saman. Dania, you were there at the event too? Are you the one who started the fights?
No, I wasn't.
Wasn't?
But no, I just want to say we had terrible weather, and it was really good to just be there. And everybody there was so, rightfully angry about this. And it just felt so good to be around those people. And it was like that righteous indignation that just, it really fuels us, and it reminds us of why we continue the work. And everybody there was just, Salman can tell you, everybody was just seething anger, like just screaming his name, screaming, Dr. Hussam's name, screaming for the rest of the Palestinian hostages. We were wearing our red ribbons, and, New York City, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who think the genocide is okay and view Palestinians as terrorists. And so it was just really good to be with this group of people. It really, I'm so happy I went. Like I said, we had terrible weather day these past 2 days, and just to be around everybody was just amazing. And it felt good in that moment to just, do something for Dr. Hussam for his, 1 year. I mean, it just blows my mind that that he's been in those dungeons for that long, but the community came together and rallied, so it was good. And like Salman said, I mean, we wish we could do more for both, Bashar and Ilyas, and yeah.
دانيا بتحكي عربي انت ها؟ You speak Arabic. يلا شو بدك تحكي بالعربي لإلياس وبشار؟ احكي لهم بالعربي تاعتك مكسرة.
يا نتمنى ان نقدر نعمل اكثر من هيك، يعني والله احنا مقصرين، ونتمنى I mean نفقد ساعات نوم على الموضوع هذا، والله يعني حاسين ايدينا مربطات، وبس صدقوني ان مش ناسين ابهاتكم وكل اللي معتقلين، ويعني
الله يسعدك. شكرا لجهودكم الجبارة، شكرا كثير على اهتمامكم يعني بقضية الوالد. ما شاء الله عنكم، يعني احنا كثير مبسوطين جدا بهذه الفعاليات وهي الحملات اللي يعني تهدف حتى يعني تنقل احنا معاناتنا كعائلة، وبتنقل يعني معاناة دوينا في المعتقلات الإسرائيلية. فإن شاء الله تعالى ربنا هيك يفرجها عن الدكتور غسان أبو زهري والدكتور مروان الهمس، وعن والدنا إن شاء الله، وعن جميع الكوادر الطبية. وإن شاء الله هيك يعني الوالد بيطلع بالسلام وبيشكر هاي الجهود يعني، وراح يكون مبسوط كثير إن شاء الله.
ان شاء الله.
إن
Translate
شاء
that.
الله. شكرا.
You're there to translate now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Basically he says that well, the last part was very special. He says that he hopes that soon they'll all be here to join us, and we can share the space together and celebrate their liberation. He appreciates everything that everybody's doing, and like I said, for people to be so involved with everything going on after this entire time, it's good to know that their dads are not forgotten, and that people are still advocating for them.
Thank you. بشار بدك تحكي شيء؟
والله مشكورين جدا لمجهوداتكم هاي، وإن شاء الله تكون بتطلع بنتيجة يا رب، وإن شاء الله ربنا يفرجها عليهم عن قريب يا رب.
إن شاء الله. بشار وين أنت بمصر بالضبط؟
أنا في جامعة المنصورة.
مش بالقاهرة؟ قديش بعيد عن القاهرة هاي ولا لا؟
بعيد عن القاهرة ساعتين.
ساعتين. إحنا we might be coming to Egypt next month. إذا في مجال maybe we can see you there.
أكيد والله أكيد.
خلاص إن شاء الله بنرتب.
بإذن الله بإذن
There is a
الله.
conference next month in Egypt, so we might be there. إن شاء الله we will be able to meet you.
توصل بالسلامة يا رب بإذن الله إن شاء الله.
Allah يخليك. And we have Dr. Yiping here. He's been to Gaza a few times, and I'm sure he met many healthcare workers, doctors in Gaza. He knows them, and he can attest to their character. Yiping, do you have anything to say about your colleagues that you met in Gaza, about the doctors who are being abducted? Anything to say to Ilyas or Bashar?
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Nadal. I mean, nothing that you already don't know. I think as healthcare workers all around the world, we look towards our healthcare worker colleagues in Palestine, in Gaza, as the moral compass for how we practice medicine, but also like how we practice humanity and life in the face of genocidal violence. And the struggle for, I think, existing like as healthcare workers, continuing to do your work and your responsibility and your duty to your patients, to your community, despite all these like really like incomprehensible challenges that are put on healthcare workers in Gaza, in Palestine as a whole, in the context of the occupation. So yeah, we learn from you and we're inspired by you. And I think that also, I think translates to the family members of the healthcare workers in Gaza, because you are also the next generation of healthcare workers in Gaza and Palestine. So we learn from you, we're inspired by you, and we look towards your leadership for what a healthcare system that is free from occupation What does that look like in Palestine?
Thank you, Yiping. And we are really grateful to our members here on the panel and our supporters who have been very generous and have been donating all along and donated today. I can start calling names if you want to be named, but for those who did not donate yet, remember please that it's the end of the year, and if you don't donate now, you're going to pay the taxes to the White House that's going to give them to Israel to buy more bombs to kill more children. So maybe it is your time to chip away from that money that they use to commit these same atrocities that we are trying to fight. So please, for those who did not donate yet, you only have a few days to donate. You can donate to DAG, you can donate to anywhere, any nonprofit, anywhere you can donate to, better than sending it to our elected officials and the administration that's going to send it to Israel to buy more bombs. Better that the communities use this money rather than the lobbies that are stealing all our money and all our taxes. So thank you for your support. Thank you. We have few people in this panel. We're grateful for you. You have always been strong supporters, and many of you also online and beyond. We are really grateful. We cannot thank you enough for your generosity, and I'm sure the communities that you care about will appreciate your donation, will appreciate the help. And unfortunately, due to the continued blockade on the humanitarian aid, the blockade of shelters and mobile homes, these communities continue to endure very harsh conditions, and us and few of other NGOs are the only lifeline for these communities. I wish they can open the borders so everyone can send aid on large scale, so they don't need our small donations. But until that happens, we have to continue to provide help as much as we can. It's not enough, it's the drop in the ocean, but any help is better than nothing. If we can help one family, two families, 100 families, better than not helping anyone at all. And again, we cannot forget that the winter has been very harsh this year in Gaza, exceptionally harsh, making me even suspect the weather itself as being weaponized, a weapon of genocide. I don't want to go further, but it's, yes, they are using the weather and natural conditions as a weapon of genocide. It seems the lobbies have more influence than what we already know. So they need our help. We need to speak, Dania, we need to speak more to the DC people. We need the mobile homes. Tents don't do it anymore. The winds are almost 100 kilometers an hour today in Gaza, or tomorrow. This is really a bad one. Rain, it's blowing away these weak summer type torn tents. People are flooding. They need every help they can. And I think the call now is we don't need tent anymore. They don't do it. We need mobile homes. And there is mobile homes there on the border. UNRWA, many other organizations, they have them. I think what I heard from Gaza today, they need more than 200,000 mobile homes to give people just decent temporary shelter. So we need to keep up the pressure on our elected officials when we go to DC, when we call, we need to start the call campaign again. We need mobile homes now, immediately. Nothing else is enough. We need real food go in. We need medications. We cannot forget that Ministry of Health issued an emergency call last week. Zero stock on more than 80% of basic and vital medications, medical supplies. We know the Kuwaiti field hospital shut down its operation last week because they don't have any medicine anymore. They don't have anesthesia. These are all man-made. These are all intentional decisions to deprive people, to kill more people by other means, and we cannot be silent on them. We have to go stronger and louder and find other ways to help our people wherever they are, and to hold the perpetrators accountable. Hadil, I see you in and out. Are you ready to talk, to say anything? To talk to Ilyas or Bashar? Hadil, Okay, we lost.
I'm here. Assalamu alaikum.
تفضل يا عليكم السلام.
It is such a small world. I actually, I would say 98% of our students are actually at Mansoura University. And بشار بعرفش إذا بتعرف في شاب معك في دفعتك اسمه بشار أبو عجوة.
صحيح بعرفه.
من ضمن المؤسسة معنا. بعرف بشار وأخوه جهاد وما شاء الله.
جهاد صحيح. وبكون عمه الدكتور عصام أبو عجوة كان برضه
صح.
أسير.
نعم.
وطلع.
نعم صح. الدنيا صغيرة.
خلص تو بشار تعالوا we'll see you in Cairo next month.
إن شاء الله. إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله.
نكتبها مع بعض بإذن الله.
إن شاء الله. وإذا بتحتاج إشي تواصل مع شعبان. أكيد إنك تعرف شعبان.
مين
أو
شعبان؟
اسأل بشار عن شعبان. شعبان كان مسؤول الجالية الأطباء موجودين عندكم في جامعة المنصورة. أكبر منكم ب4-5 سنين.
ما مر علي. بنسأل عنه ما مر علي صراحة.
أكيد بس يعني إذا احتجت بكون أخوكم الكبير موجود غاد. So it's just a super small world, and there is definitely a network that's there to help and support in Mansoura. And I'll be there during Ramadan. I'm planning to go in March.
Oh, you're going to be having a lot of visitors, Bashar. You're going to be busy next 2 months.
نعم.
راح تكون busy the next 2 months. في زوار كثير جايين عليكم.
لا
عيد رمضان واحنا جايين الشهر الجاي.
بنفضي نفسنا مش الدعوة.
الله يخليك تسلم.
الله يبارك.
الحمد لله.
Maribeth, as a medical student about to graduate, you want to talk, say anything to Bashar or Ilyas?
Oh, well, it is rare that I am without words. And yet, here I am, just in awe of the young people keeping up the work. I hope someday you get to just live your life and not have to be an inspiration for others. Wouldn't that be nice? That you live in a way that people aren't looking at you, your family, for inspiration, and you can just be and just live and exist. Nidal, that was it. You have to talk again. I'm out of words. I said I didn't have a lot of words, and I still came up with some. Come on, help me out here, man.
It's really nice. It's very profound what you said, Mary Beth.
Right? Like whenever you find out someone's pregnant, you wish for them a boring pregnancy.
Yes, absolutely.
I wish for you a boring life soon. Qariban, inshallah.
So I don't know, maybe we can have a little bit of a change of subject. In our webinar today, we called it a celebration and a commitment. The celebration is to celebrate the 170 medical doctors who passed the Palestinian Medical Board. And we connected with the medical doctors in Gaza, and we were able actually to support the celebration as Doctors Against Genocide through a generous donation by Dr. Gamble, Walter Gamble's family, who actually supported this celebration with a generous fund. Dr. Walter Gamble is a pediatric cardiologist. He was at Boston Children's Hospital for over 4 decades, and he created a fund for the medical students at University of Pennsylvania, UPenn, and supported the tuitions for so many medical students. And his wife, Anne Gamble, gave us enough money to support the celebration and give a stipend for every doctor who graduated the Palestinian Board. For that, we are very grateful. I am going to share the video of the celebration. Just 1 second. I have to do it right because 1 second. Martha, are you there?
Yes, yes. Hi.
Yes. So Martha is
Daughter-in-law.
yes, is the daughter-in-law of Dr. Gamble. And maybe I'll share the video and let Martha say something about her
Sure.
family. Can you see it?
Yes.
Perfect.
يسعنا في هذا المقام أن نتقدم بالشكر الجزيل منظمة أطباء ضد الإبادة الجماعية ولكل من ساهم وشارك في إنجاح هذا الحفل.
So as you can see, this celebration was the backdrop of the celebration was Gaza, a main hospital, Al-Shifa hospital, that has been destroyed several times in the past 2 years, but it's still functioning. We are also, as Doctors Against Genocide, we are participating in the rebuilding of part of the hospital. It used to be a mobile unit, but the doctors and the engineers in Al-Shifa Hospital felt that it's better to have it as a permanent structure. So they're drawing the plans, and WHO will put the basis for the infrastructure for the hospital. Doctors Against Genocide will build the actual structure and hopefully support the hospital beds as well. And Martha, please tell us about your generous family, and thank you so much for being an amazing Doctors Against Genocide member. Thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Walter Gamble, he was a cardiologist, as you said, at Boston Children's for forever, and did a lot. I think he pioneered a lot in terms of pacemakers and other things. But he died about a month ago, and I know that they had a fund that was at UPenn. He was alumni of UPenn. And it was one of the main, it was the joys of their life, supporting these medical students, and all through the careers, and they had long-standing relationships with them. So it just seemed to be such a fit for what would be meaningful. So when he died, I met with her and asked if that was something that she would be interested in donating to in his memory, in his honor. I was nervous to ask, and I wanted a lot of money. So, but she was so excited and so honored. For her, it was just a no-brainer, and she said she was keenly interested. And we made it happen. And when Karama made a beautiful video, I took over and I showed it to her, and she was, she says, well, she herself is in hospice care also. She's 93. She saw the video and she said, my motto is to be happy, you must be generous. And it was just a no-brainer to support medical students. It has meant the world to her to have this opportunity. And when she saw Karama's video, which also showed some footage of the project for the disabled and other footage, she wanted to know how we could show it to Trump. So she wants to get the word out, and she is now a member of DAG.
And we're going there, Karam and I are going there this afternoon to thank her in person.
Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing Anne today. So, good. I think we lost Nidal. He's the back engine for this. But since you have me, I'm going to share with you a project that we have worked together on with a group of Doctors Against Genocide. Work group worked on the Doctors Against Genocide 2026 calendar with a Palestinian artist, Ahmad Al-Khatib. Ahmad Al-Khatib is really a wonderful artist who puts a lot of thought and a lot of his feelings in the art that he does. And if I would love to share with you the art that he made. 1 second. For our calendar. This calendar is in honor of the heroic medical professionals who endure genocide. And we know that our colleagues are working under incredible conditions in Gaza. We know that they're doing the same thing in Sudan. We know that they're doing the same thing in Congo, in Tigray, in Rohingya, with the Rohingya people. So this is to honor all of them. And my computer is freezing on me, so please give me a second. I have way too many windows open. 1 second. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. Anyone wants to keep talking while I'm trying to do this?
Oh, well, now I have words.
Oh, please, go ahead.
Oh, please. No, I was thinking how jealous I am of Martha and Karama getting to spend the afternoon together. How lovely. And isn't that one of the things of JAG that keeps us coming back and is the community that we build with each other. And so I think the rest of us are going to be with you together. You know what? I think about maybe once or twice a week how glad I am to have met Professor Hadil M. Abdel Fattah. Like what a blessing she has been to know, right? And Yiping, and boy, for as like sort of feral and chaotic as I can be, being around Yiping is just like calm, focus. Wow. Take that ADHD and put it into something good. Like he is a full 360 healer of a person. And just how grateful I am to know all of you. I can't build the relationships as directly with people in Palestine, people in Congo, people in Sudan, but through DAG, I have been able to build the relationships with the people who can to connect me with this work. And I just really appreciate everyone. Did I talk enough to fill the silence while you get your check worked out?
I am frozen, Mary Beth. My computer is frozen because I have like 100 million windows. Can you go to the DAG store on the website and share the calendar instead of me? Yeah, you're a medical student. You know how to do things.
You listen, I'm an old student. Hold on.
Go to the.
I mean, I can fill some time if you need, Mary Beth.
Yeah, there you go, Professor.
All right, great. We're gonna
have the
jump in and
stage.
support one another. So, for everyone that doesn't know me, my name is Hadil. I am the executive director and founder of Education Rising International, and have been a part of DAG and the Hill visits for the last 2 months. I want to announce that we have had 2 of our students got their visas and went to Germany. And so they will be preparing for the Fach exam that's there. And so slowly but surely, students are finding their ways. We have a young lady was also passed her exams. And I think I may have shared last week that she is now in Beirut. And so she will be starting her residency in emergency medicine as well. And that is a collaboration with ULIP in Lebanon and Dr. Ghassan Abu Sitta, who is very well known in the world and was able to get this opportunity for us. And so we have more opportunities coming up. And there is an interesting pathway that was just created by the Turkish government for 600, they're opening 600 seats in 9 different specialties, specifically for students from Gaza. And students are starting to apply for that. So if anybody knows of any opportunities anywhere, please let me know. Unfortunately, right now with the ban on the US for visas for Palestinian students who are studying for the USMLE with the hopes of coming to the US are really concerned and worried. But we hope to be able to combat that and to show the value of bringing Palestinian doctors and doctors from all of the countries that have now been banned on Trump's new list to show what their value is as we experience an extreme shortage of physicians in the US. So I appreciate all of you. We are having if anyone is in Chicago, we are doing an event on the 17th of January. And you can check that out on our website at educationrisinginternational.org. Mary Beth, are you good now? I see she disappeared off the screen entirely now.
Wait, am I here? No, I switched to
Oh,
my
there she is.
laptop. I'm getting
Okay.
there. I'm
Okay,
getting
great.
there. Oh, now the color is all right. Hang on.
You can do it. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still frozen. I'm trying to leave and come back, but I'm worried that if I do that, I'll mess up the webinar.
Yeah. Let's
Jusar,
see.
what happened?
Oh, you're back. Can you
Hello,
take
sir.
can you take host, please?
Why?
Because my computer is
Okay. It's wow, a lot of echo here. Yeah, I can take host. We
Do you
have
know?
K. Who's K here? K? Oh, that's you, Karama. Okay, so you're signing from a different phone? Okay. That's why you have an echo, because you're signing from your mobile too.
I would like you to take host so I can leave.
Okay.
Did you take host?
You have to give me. How can I take host? I thought you give me host, no?
Okay, good news. I'm sharing my screen, I think.
Good job.
Hold on.
Yes, it's
Yay.
showing.
Oh, so click on the calendar.
Okay. Okay, click on the calendar. All right, tag calendar. Here we go.
So there is poems from Palestinian poems. There is a calendar that has dates of different events that happened during the genocide. And even though genocide is ugly and awful and disgusting, the art is so beautiful. It reflects the beauty that is being destroyed, but at the same time, it keeps arising. Please check it out. Give it as gifts to your friends and your family. It is on sale on our DAG store website. We priced it at $50 because we use the money from the donations to support the work that is being done on the ground. Nidal thinks that we should make it less so that more people can have it. Maybe we should have a vote about this. What do you guys think?
I mean, 50-50 is a
Oh.
little high.
It's high, huh? Okay.
I
Go with my advice, guys.
So that
We should sell it at cost, so more people. I want this to be in every house, in every office, in every hospital. This
Yeah.
is part of spreading the story. Yeah, we'll change that, hopefully.
I'm actually I'm getting convinced with what you're saying, actually, Nadal.
Well, and then like some folks like me, a month that is particularly meaningful for me, like I will eventually like cut it out and frame it and put it up in my house too.
It's really beautiful art. It's
Yeah.
definitely frameable. And the artist made a video for us. Do you have Mary Beth? I'm gonna send you the video also.
Are you sending it on email?
I'm gonna send it on text.
Can you make me host, Karama?
I can't make you host. I have because my thing is frozen. I can do.
Feel like I am a child caught between two parents.
How can I become a host?
What you can do is leave the webinar and come back and reclaim host.
Oh, okay. Let me leave. That's a good idea. Yalla, bye.
And kick me out. Mary Beth, it's on our. It's on Zoom. It's on Instagram.
It's on WhatsApp.
It's on Instagram. If you go to the Instagram.
Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Am I still sharing? I don't know. Instagram.
Yeah. The Instagram of DAG. Oh, here it is. You have it.
Okay. Let me see if I can make it. Does it have sound?
Comes from images we have seen during the genocide in Gaza.
Perfect.
So many photos, so much pain. I couldn't look away. I used hand drawing, tracing, scanning, and digital collage to respond to what I saw. This artwork was created for Doctors Against Genocide. It is documentation. It is memory, and it is a call to act.
Okay.
Thank you. Isn't it all back?
Yes, I'm back. Yeah, I'm the host now.
I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay. Okay. So we talked about the calendar, supporting the communities. Don't forget, don't give your taxes to the government. Give it to organization that can put them to better use. Your hard-earned money, your hard work should not go to fund and continue to fund wars and genocides. Hurt them where, or get them where it hurts the most. Please donate and support wherever you can, whenever you can, before the year is over. We talked about the calendar. Did we talk about the graduation for the doctors in Gaza?
Yes.
Oh, we talked about the graduation?
Yes, a little bit. Yes, we saw the
Okay.
video.
Perfect. Good, good. So we'll wait for Karama to come back. She's still frozen. And again, yes, the doctors in Gaza, they teach us resilience and medical resistance in every way, whether they are abducted, whether they are being taken as hostages, tortured, or injured, or continue to work and provide and educate themselves and raise their skill levels. They are really our role model, our heroes as a medical community. We should all learn from them. And actually, the last time we talked to them, maybe we need Yiping or anyone, actually, everyone who is interested in this, invited to join us. We need to start a medical book about the doctors in Gaza, healthcare in Gaza, and the role model there. Healthcare and doctors being as models of resistance to injustice, their perseverance, their strength, their heroism, the fact that they refused to abandon their patients. All these things, I really think they should be documented and they should be taught in medical schools, and they should be the guide for all of us all over the world. They should be the guide that put in place new ethics in medicine, new standards in medicine, and them along with us here, along with Doctors Against Genocide, that leading this campaign that as doctors, we cannot just be bystanders, we cannot just be neutral. This is not what it really meant by neutrality. Neutrality means I treat everyone the same, regardless of your color, your religion, your nationality. That doesn't matter to me. I treat everyone the same. I do my best to protect the patients. That is neutrality. But it does not mean, it never meant, it should have never been implied that it means we as a medical community should stay silent when we see thousands and thousands of people victimized and injured and impacted. In this case, silence in this case is not really neutrality. This is complicity in the genocide. And for the medical community to delegate their role of protecting life and preventing the loss of life to politicians, we are also failing our jobs, because we know politicians, they will do what is good for them, what gives them money, what gives them more, electable positions, but they don't really care about saving lives. The ones who go to school to save lives are us, which means our voice should be on the forefront to, protect the people, to protect the communities, even before genocide starts. Whenever there is injustice, whenever there are signs that any community is under threat, whenever there is discrimination, dehumanization, ghettoization, whenever there is deprivation of care, whenever there is a community being targeted, it is our job as a medical community to lend our voice, to use our leverage with politicians, with the structures, in practice, to prevent, to put guardrails, to protect these communities, and to change the laws, to change the hate speech, to combat all these things that lead to mass violence and mass genocide and mass atrocity. Not wait until this happens. The colonized way of practicing medicine, which is you are only a technician, you just sit in your clinic, you sit in your hospital, and just deal with whatever we throw at you. That is not medicine. This is just technicians, servants doing what our ruling class wants us to do. And we refuse to be in that position. No, our position is not just in the clinic or in the hospital. Our position is wherever life is threatened. And we are the lawyers, we are the defenders of this life, and we will intervene early on and to protect these communities before there is killing, before there is starvation, before there is discrimination, before there is abduction and disappearing of migrants, of black people, brown people, any unwanted, undesirable people. We need to put this as part of the new medical ethics that Gaza taught all of us and is teaching all of us. So this should be the new standard of care. The standard of care should include the doctor fighting for the communities, not just locally, worldwide, because it's only one life, it's only one humanity we share. Any attack on humanity anywhere is an attack on humanity, on the humanity of all of us and all of our patients. If you do not defend the people in Gaza and Sudan and Congo, I don't know how you can look up your patients in the eye. Because if you cannot protect those people, you are not really the best protection or the best person to protect even or to save the life of, protect the life of your own patients or even your own kids. If you see tens of thousands of children being slaughtered and bombed, hundreds of thousands of children being displaced, injured, starved to death, and you continue to stay silent and not use any means you have and not pressure your institution, your medical organization, your political, representative to do something about it, you are failing yourself, you are failing your patients, you are failing your children, you are failing your profession. And this is what we need to sit together and write and have people who are good in writing interview doctors from Gaza. This is a new project we're going to start. We have some ghost writers or people are good at writing, interview these doctors, interview what they went through, interview Ilyas, interview the story of Dr. Hussam, interview Bashar, interview the doctors who continue to work there, the doctors who were injured, the doctors who were forced to leave, and put all this together in a new medical approach, and new standard for medical ethics and standard of care. So please, anyone who's interested in this, please join, or PM us or email us, info@doctorsagainstgenocide.org. We're putting this team together to start writing, and we are happy to see Dr. Ahmad Al-Farra here joining us. And now, since he is a new graduate, to see all the flowers around his picture, it's kind of the new look for Dr. Ahmad Al-Farra. He's a board certified pediatrician, the head of the department, maternal and child department at Nasser Hospital. دكتور أحمد مبروك، ألف مبروك التخرج.
الله يبارك فيك. السلام عليكم الأول.
أنت لما تيجي بتنقذني، لأنه at least now once you come أنت you take over, and I don't need to stress and try to come up with more words and more speeches. So you always save me the day and save me. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Ahmad.
My friend, my brothers, this is an amazing webinar because we have بشار غسان أبو زهري وإلياس أبو صفية. يعني الشاشة منورة بوجودهم. We are يعني I couldn't, there is no words to talk about the value of Dr. Hussam Abu Safiya and Dr. Ghassan Abu Zuhri. We are little soldiers in comparison with these doctors who are working in the hospitals, and they didn't leave their position. They are they were working actually, and they were serving their patient, and they donate their everything valuable to serve their people and their patient. Yesterday I was listening for Jawad, for someone in the Parliament Israeli, I think Tibi. He's talking about ارفعوا أيديكم عن دكتور حسام أبو صفية، ارفعوا أيديكم عن المعتقلين. Someone told him that Hussam Abu Safiya and the other doctors are illegal fighters. Someone of the journalists asking me what is the meaning of illegal fighters. I told her there is nothing called illegal fighter. There is a real doctor who wanted to stay in the hospital. He wanted to continue his message. He wouldn't leave his position. You know, Dr. Hussam, the only guilty for him is that he support his patient. He's stayed in the hospital. He tried to save his patient. He's tried to do everything for his patient. And also Dr. Ghassan Abu Zuhri. I invited the family of Dr. Ghassan Abu Zuhri to my office, and we opened a webinar with one of the journalists. His name is Michael Philedon. She's of the opposite of the Netanyahu policy, and she's really sympathy with all the Palestinian prisoners, Dr. Hussam, Dr. Ghassan, all the doctors, and she make some interviews, and she make other reports to make a pressure on the Israeli leaders to get them out. When she asked me about Dr. Ghassan is the most skilled doctor in orthopedic in Palestine, not in Gaza Strip. Even the hospitals
in Israel, the same hospital that you are working at, so you know
yes,
him personally.
Yes.
So even guys, this is a personal testimony from Dr. Ahmad. He's testimony of his colleague at the same hospital. This is this is very credible. تفضل.
You know, he's very skilled and clever in orthopedic and in articular transplantation for knee, for hip joint transplantation. Even the Israeli hospitals in Hadassah, in Rambam, Haifa, they invite him to do operation there. He's the most skilled one. I asked the Israeli journalist, I told her, as you know, he has nothing belongs to anything against your government. Why you are dealing with him like that? Why you arrested? Why is still in jail up till now? What is the guilt that Dr. Ghassan and Dr. Hussam did for you? Is to stay in the hospital and save the patient and do the operation for the patient. This is a guilty for in your country. She couldn't answer. She told me it is a big shame. It is a big shame. This is false democracy that they are talking about in Israel. So we have to talk about this more and more. About the term that they are used, مقاتل غير شرعي, illegal fighter. We have to talk about this more and more. And I think we have to talk in all the webinars, on all the meeting, and we have to remember the word that there are innocent people like Dr. Hussam and Dr. Ghassan and others in the hospitals. The only guilty for them, or the only mistake for them, that they still doing their job in the hospitals. They refused to leave the hospitals. They stayed with their patient. They saved the life of their patient. You know, Dr. Hussam is my colleague. He's pediatrician. He's one of the amazing doctors. I know him closely. He's a highly skilled doctor, theoretically and practically. Sometimes you see doctors that they are just theoretically. Dr. Hussam was practically and theoretically. He's the only pediatrician doctor who knows to introduce central line, a lot of maneuvers, chest tube, a lot of highly skilled maneuvers. Dr. Hussam was amazing in that maneuvers. So he was working in the hospital and do that for both, for the pediatric patient and for adult patient, because he's the only doctor was available at that time. I think we have to talk about this more and more. Ilyas, my best wishes for you. يعني سبحان الله أنتم خير خلف لخير سلف. يعني I hope that you are إن شاء الله will be joined with your father as soon as possible. إن شاء الله رب العالمين يرونه بعيدا ونراه قريبا إن شاء الله.
محلو يا استاذ، بنلاقي له عروس كمان ما شاء الله عنه شخصيه.
الله يحلي ايامك حبيبنا دكتور. شكرا للدكتور احمد الفر، ما شاء الله عنك. ربنا يعني في البدايه الف مبارك للدكتور، وربنا يرفع قدرك ان شاء الله ويعلم راتبك. تستاهل كل خير والله دكتور.
الله يبارك
انا
فيك
بسمع فيك كثير كنت اسمع فيك ما شاء الله. يعني انت من القامات وفي وزاره الصحه وما شاء الله عنك يا دكتور. يعني انا انبسطت كثير والله بلقائك.
والله يا إلياس، يعني بدي أحكي بس باللغة العربية، إنه مهما كنا ما بنصل لحاجة في يعني في مقام والدك. يعني والدك أشعرنا بصغرنا مقارنة به. والدك والدكتور غسان أبو زهري يعني أشعرونا بصغرنا حجما بالنسبة لهم.
الله يبارك فيك دكتور.
حرجع للغة الإنجليزية، سامحوني عشان my friends. طبعا last Thursday was the festival of gratitude of the Palestinian board. Really, when I was invited for that festival or for that celebration, I was to go or not to go. This is will consume a lot of time, and Gaza is completely destroyed. The way from Khan Yunis to Gaza is very difficult. It takes nearly 2 hours, but it used to take just 15 minutes before the war, because the Israeli forces destroyed the transport system and destroyed the roads and everything. So I was confused to go and not to go, but last my wife convinced me we have to go, we have to celebrate, we have to create some happiness and something among that sad and among that bad news, that we used to hear nearly 2 years ago. When I was there, I felt about something. My friend, please, my brothers, my sisters, is in this webinar. I will tell you that the Israeli forces succeeded in destroyed some buildings, and they are succeeded in destroy some ambulance, and they are succeeded in destroy some equipments and instrument in the hospitals, but they didn't, and they will not be able to destroy anything about the human being, especially the doctors of Gaza. Alhamdulillah, thank God. There is a lot of feeling about proud of the Palestinian doctor, about I want to say about his brave, about his willing, about his intention. You know, there is a lot of feeling in that festivals or in that celebration about the proud of Palestinian people, especially the doctors, and there is a lot of messages was conducted in that celebration, that in the behind the doctors there is a building who was completely destroyed in Shifa hospitals, and inside in front of it there is 3 or 4 columns of doctors, male and female. They are graduating from the most valuable certificate in Gaza. By the way, Dr. Hussam Abu Sophia has the Palestinian Board in Pediatric, and Dr. Ghassan Abu Zuhri has the Palestinian certificate in Orthopedic. And both Hussam Abu Sophia and Ghassan Abu Zuhri, they are in the committee of the examination of the Palestinian Board. So we hope that we, inshallah, join both of them as soon as possible with other doctors like Nahid Abu Taim, inshallah, or Ahmad Musa, and all the doctors who were there.
If you don't mind, Dr. Ahmad Al-Farra, I just want to say one quick thing. As Dr. Al-Bursh said, they can kill us, but they cannot kill our desire to live. That's the summary of what you just said.
Yes.
They can
Yes.
kill many of us, but they will never kill our desire to live. And I know Martha might have to leave soon, but we want to thank Martha and her family, and in the name of her last father-in-law.
Nidal,
Yes.
we talked about it, and
Yes.
you were probably working. If you want to thank them again, please do.
Yes.
But I'm planning to go there
Yeah,
after.
exactly, because I know you're about to leave, you and her. So we want to thank
Yeah.
Martha again and her family for supporting us, supporting DAG, and supporting this ceremony that our colleagues in Gaza just had. If you want to say anything, Martha, before you leave, because I know you're about to leave, you and Karama, but it's all up to you. If you want to talk to Dr. Ahmed face to face now, تفضلي.
Dr. Ahmed, it's a pleasure to speak to you directly. My mother-in-law heard your voice message yesterday and was so touched and so moved. For her, I know it's a great contribution she made, but for her, it's just a beautiful opportunity to honor her late husband. He died just 1 month ago, and she herself is in hospice. And so for her, it's very deeply meaningful to connect their life work to now the medical students and the situation in Gaza and the rebuilding of hospitals and medicine there. So she would like to also thank you people for the chance to do this.
Really, nothing can be told, no words to express our sincere gratitude and deep appreciation for your mother and for what you are offering for these doctors. Really, you put some happiness and a lot of happiness in each family that belongs to every doctor in that celebration, because after the celebration, all the families of the doctors were completely feeling of satisfaction, feeling a lot of proud about their members and doctors, about the celebration that was done. I think this is what you are offering and what you are giving is this is reflect a lot of sympathy with the Palestinian people, especially with the doctors, and really we express our heart feeling about that sympathy and about that support. Inshallah, we hope that we will see you as soon, inshallah. And I want to talk about something in that celebration, because if you saw some details about it, there were nearly 13 chairs who were bedside, and they were empty. They belongs for the martyrs who are passed away while they are studying the Palestinian board. This was really something very sad, and it was shocked for a lot of the people in that festival. Even there were a lot of tears in the festival, because I think they were talking about something lost, something very valuable lost. The doctor, who's the main component of the family. When they asked for a lot of families to go and to ايش معنى منصة يا دكتور نضال؟
On the stage, to go on the stage.
The stage, yes, to go for the stage. They saw, and all the people there saw an old man with a wife of a doctor with little kids go to the stage, and they try to take photos with the leader of deputy of Minister of Health, Dr. Yousef, and the others. Really, it was very, very shocked for everyone.
You're talking about the doctors who were murdered and their kids went there on the stage to take the certificate on their behalf?
Yes.
That is
And
very touching, yeah.
yes, even my wife was in that celebration. She was sitting beside her. One of the woman, she tried to talk with her about the celebration. She told her, "You are coming with who?" She pointed that I'm coming with that one, and she pointed on that chair which is empty, and her doctor was martyred, and he was one of the doctors who passed away among this war. So this celebration was a mixture of feeling of happiness, a feeling of sad, feeling of proud, feeling of challenging, feeling of happy to be a doctor, and sometimes you want to continue for the end of that, ending that occupation on Gaza and on Palestine. Again, thank you, Marta. Thank you for your mother, and we appreciate your support. Inshallah, I know that your father was pediatric neurologist, I think.
Cardiologist, pediatric cardiologist.
Cardiologist, yes, pediatric cardiologist. Inshallah, I hope that This will be with him, inshallah, in paradise, because in our religion, if you do something to support anyone, inshallah, this will be highly beneficial in paradise for him. Thank you, and thank you for everyone. And I'll try to invite Dr. Abing. She wants to talk with the webinar, but she's coming after 5 minutes. Okay, thank you.
We'll wait for her. Thank you. Munawar, guys, can you open your screen, please? Open your screens. We have a new graduate. We have a new doctor. We need to celebrate him. Put your screens on. Anyone?
Nidal,
Yes.
if you want to do that, you have to switch to gallery view so that everyone shows up on the, because you're host now.
Oh, how gallery? Yeah, it is gallery view.
For you, it's gallery view?
Yeah.
متأكد? Because
it looks like gallery view on the YouTube too.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's gallery view. Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
So before it wasn't
Yalla.
gallery view. Okay.
Yalla.
I sound like an old
We need
lady
to
on the
clap.
YouTube.
We need to clap for Dr. Ahmad. I know it's mixed feeling. It is, I mean, this is what the Palestinians, especially the ones in Gaza, are going through. You have those who are in prison, abducted and being tortured. You have those that we lost. You have those who are injured. You have those who are starved. And you have those who are resilient and continue to fight. So I know it's always hard, but we have to celebrate everything and we have to stay strong. And they can destroy our lives, they can destroy our cities, but they will never destroy our willingness and our desire to live. And as the late poet Mahmoud Darwish used to say, على هذه الحياة على هذه الأرض ما يستحق الحياة. On this earth, there is everything that deserves to be lived for. And we as Palestinians, Sudanese, Congolese, as human beings, we refuse to die against our will. And that's why we continue to speak, to fight, to resist, to demand justice and universal rights for everyone. But now we want to celebrate Dr. Ahmad. Despite all these headaches, we want to celebrate his graduation. نحكي له ألف مبروك. And please clap, everyone clap for Dr. Ahmad Al-Farra and his colleagues.
ألف مبارك.
Allah
ألف
يبارك فيك.
مبروك.
Thank
ألف
you.
مبروك. Nowhere.
Thank you. Thank
No,
you.
مبروك
no,
مبروك
no,
مبروك.
we need more. There's more clapping online. So let's keep it going. Yes.
ألف مبروك.
من قلت ألف
Thank you.
مبروك دكتور أحمد يعطيك العافية.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. You know, I want to tell you something.
Yes.
I have a master degree in pediatrics since 25 years ago. Okay. And I came to Palestine and Gaza Strip, and there wasn't Palestinian board at all. So the Palestinian board is a certificate that we are all proud of it because it is Palestinian certificate. And I want to tell about it. It is something gathering the both parts of Palestine, Gaza and West Bank. You know, and now we are looking for one Palestine. We are not looking for Gaza. We are not looking for West Bank alone. We're looking for Palestine from the river to the sea, to Yatta, to Nablus, to Al Khalil, to Khan Yunis, to Gaza, to Haifa. All this belongs to Palestine. So this certificate is something like iconic for me. Why it is iconic? Because it is from communication between West Bank and Gaza Strip. The committee of exam is from the West Bank and from Gaza Strip. I know that some of the examiners of the Palestinian boards in pediatric was one of my students. You can imagine that these students came and they take the house officers in my section in pediatric, and I trained them and I sent them for the Palestinian board, and they graduated from the Palestinian board and they got consultant of pediatric and then a senior consultant of pediatric. Then they got in the exam. One of them, when I entered the room for the interview for him, He told me, no way, I swear to God, I'll sit on your place and you will sit on my place. I
You
told
come
him,
and
no, no, no,
examine
no.
it.
No, we are in the exam. You have to sit here. He told me, no, you are my teacher. I told him, no way. Oh, I swear to God, sit down and please ask your questions. He told me, I will never ask my teacher about a question. So for me, again, my brothers and sisters, this is something iconic. This is belongs to we want to support the Palestinian board. We want to support the Palestinian program, and now we have communication with the Arabian board. We try to make a connection with them. Now we have recognition that we can do the written exam of the Arabian board in Gaza, and we are make connection to do also the interview and the practical part in Gaza, because again Gaza is part of Palestine and West Bank is part of Palestine, and Palestine is from the river to the sea, and Palestine is one of the countries of the Islamic and Arabic countries, and we are part of them. And there is something belongs to malignancy and cancer was put in this place. We have to remove it by chemotherapy, by resection, by total resection, and to get out from that side of from our country. Thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed. So the other funny thing, 1 week before the board exams, Dr. Ahmed is sending me a message. Nidal, we have the board exam in 1 week, and none of us has the material for the exam. We don't know where to study. The Ministry of Health from Ramallah did not share with us. And I'm in my mind, Dr. Ahmed, who cares about exams now? Who's sitting for exams? We're busy trying to find food here, send a few dollars there, a few dollars there, treat medicine here, send the medicine there. And this just tells you the mindset. Dr. Ahmed and his colleagues are very unique people. Myself, I don't care about any exam. I will not sit for any exam. I refuse to be examined at all. I don't need any more achievements. I'm sick of this world, honestly. But the people of Gaza, despite everything, I told them, okay, let me try to find out what can I do. And I kept calling like me and Karam, every doctor in the West Bank and board. Guys, how do you leave the people in Gaza? You're not even sharing with them the material they need to study. And Dr. Ahmed saying, no, it's not about just we want to study. We want to score the best ones. We don't, as Gaza, we don't want to just. I told him, Dr. Ahmed, you can just pass without studying. He said, no. We have to have the highest score. So we kept scrambling and trying to get him stuff, but alhamdulillah, they always keep us proud.
والله يا دكتور Nidal, I swear to God that the last Arabian board, the first score is from student from Gaza, and I'm really surprised. I asked one of them. She's name is Dr. Rola Tbail. Is one of our members in the Doctors Against Genocide Nasser, but she's not active in net and in media. She's always studying. I told her, Dr. Arula, how you are in the first one? How you did that? There is no electricity, no internet, in the tent, evacuation, and you went and you take the first position in the Arabian board. There were Egyptian doctors, there were Palestinian doctors from West Bank, there is Jordanian doctors, there is from Libya, from Algeria. You were the first one, and the second one also from Gaza. What is the challenging? What is the fighting for you? They told me that Subhanallah, this is from dignity from God, that He's simplify all the methods and all the way to write and to be the first in that exam. Really, this is happening in the Arabian board. Thank you, my friends. Thank you again.
Doctors, colleagues in Gaza, you're always amazing, always inspire us. Dr. Anar, do you have any message to share with Dr. Ahmed, with Ilyas, with Bashar? And thank you for your support, Anar. Anar is also one of our great and the strongest supporters all the time. She's a trauma surgeon. So whenever the Ma'bar, whenever Rafah crossing opens, we are coming with the whole team, with the surgeons. Anar will be leading the surgical team. inshallah.
Inshallah. Well, so many others have already been and have done so much more than I have, but it's always such a pleasure to see you, and congratulations to all the new doctors. It's a mind-blowing achievement. There's not enough that I can say about it, but we are just in awe of you and of all of you. And thank you so much for everything that you're doing for the people in Gaza, and also for all doctors everywhere, doctors now, doctors in the future. I mean, really, it is such an incredible inspiration that really is going to echo through the centuries of what has been done, and the commitment to the principles of medicine. So thank you so much, and congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Anhar.
Thank you, Anar. And actually, I invited two guests from the audience to speak. They raised their hands up, and I hope whatever they're going to speak about is nothing that's going to put all of us in trouble. So be mindful of Dag, please, before you speak. We have Ivana and we have Tina. Any one of you available? Ivana Edwards and Tina Leopolos. Tina, are you there? Tina, Ivana or Ivana
They're
Edwards?
both muted.
They're both muted, yeah. Okay.
Maybe they left.
Maybe they left, okay. Anyway, Ivana and Tina, if you're around, please, we want to hear from you. Okay, guys. It's
Good.
2:30. I know you have to leave, Karama. You have a lot of
Yes,
things
I
to
have to
do,
leave.
you and Martha. Okay, should we give Ilyas and Bashar a final message? Anyone else? Anyone has anything to say, guys? Any questions before we leave? We're gonna keep it a little bit short today because we have other things.
ما في أي شيء، تمام.
كل شيء تمام.
مش أشكركم كمان على المجهود هذا، ويعني صراحة كثير الواحد بنبسط إنه بشوف إنه في حدا مهتم وبخصوص شأن والدي يعني، وجميع الكوادر الطبية. يعني الشيء هذا ببسطنا وبسعدنا.
Allah يخليك يا بشار. نورتنا. Thank you. Please be a regular guest with us and join Doctors Against Genocide. شاركنا، ادخل معنا. And we want to hear updates from you about your father, about your school, anytime. So أهلا وسهلا, and welcome to come and give us updates anytime. Ilyas, do you want to share anything, please, before you leave? I'm sorry for keeping you all guys this late.
دكتور، طبعا كان لقاء موفق، يعني لقاء كتير، يعني أنا انبسطت كتير طبعا بالتعرف للدكتور أحمد الفرة، وكذلك جميع الأطباء
عظيم.
كل دول العالم، وكذلك أخي بشار. ربنا يفك أسر والدك إن شاء الله يا رب، وهو جميع المعتقلين إن شاء الله من الكوادر الطبية. فشكرا كثير على وجودكم، شكرا كثير على جهودكم الطيبة وجهودكم المباركة. وطبعا احنا بنتشرف كثير بهاي الجهود، وان شاء الله الوالد بس يطلع ان شاء الله يعني راح اخبره كل شيء وراح يكون مبسوط. يعني انا بالنيابة عن الوالد بتشكركم جميعا يعني.
أهلا وسهلا إلياس، شكرا لك. And yes, we cannot wait to hear from your dad and see your dad and have him again with us, with his family, in his hospital, in his community, and hopefully even come and visit us in the West. And actually, we're talking to Al-Akh Faris Afani and Dr. Sakhr about trying to rehabilitate Kamal Udwan Hospital. It is still in a little risky and dangerous zone. It's very close to the yellow line. I've been trying with Dr. Sakhr, who's the acting chief of the hospital, in the last 6 weeks to try to start this. But because the area is very close to the Israeli soldiers, it's kind of the access there is a little bit hard, and they don't feel safe. And sometimes the soldiers try to harass them. Actually, they asked WHO to come and try to help them rehabilitate the hospital, but when they visited, WHO said this is too risky, too dangerous for us. So, inshallah, DAG will take it on and we will rebuild it and rehabilitate at least the emergency room part, because the people on the north still need the care, they need the help. There is no hospital that is functioning in the north of Gaza now, and more than 250,000 people moved back and they need care. So inshallah, we will continue in the honor of Dr. Hussam and his name, and for all of you, inshallah, we will rebuild it step by step. And soon we will share with you more updates about that effort. I should have something ready by now, but we were delayed because of the delay that they were forced to endure due to the Israeli soldiers harassing them and not letting people get very close to the hospital. But we will keep trying. We will not give up. So shukran Ilyas and shukran Bashar.
Dr. Nidal,
I'm sure your parents are proud of you. We are proud of you, and keep it up, keep the fight, and we want to hear from you, Ilyas, all the time, please. Be our guest every week. Whenever you have a chance, please join us. Fadal, Dr. Ahmad.
Dr. Nidal, I want to say for Ilyas and for Bashar, we have to say frankly, من شابه أباه فما ظلم. I think we are talking with real man, Ilyas and Bashar. دعوني أتكلم بكلمات لغة عربية. And if you can, Dr. Nidal, translate please. أقول لكم ما قيل في هذه الفقرة. أناديكم، أشد على أيديكم، وأبوس الأرض تحت نعالكم، وأقول أفديكم. لا إلياس ولا بشار. أنا ما هنت في وطني ولا صغرت أكتافي، وقفت بوجه ظلامي يتيما عاريا حافي. أنتم مرة أخرى تشعروننا بكم نحن صغارا بالنسبة لأبويكم، كم نحن أقزاما بالنسبة لقامات أبويكم. أتمنى إن شاء الله أن تجتمعوا قريبا عاجلا، وأن يعز الله آباءكم، وأن تروهم قريبا، يرونه بعيدا ونراه قريبا بإذن الله.
إن شاء الله.
بإذن الله. مشكور جدا يا دكتور على الكلمات هاي الجميلة، وربنا يكرمك يا رب.
الله يحفظك يا رب ويسلمك.
كل دكتور، شكرا حبيبي يا عم، شكرا. انت بمقام الوالد طبعا، تكمل مسيرة الوالد ما شاء الله عنك، حتى فيك حتى شبه من الوالد. الله يحفظك.
إن شاء الله بيرجع الوالد وبقود المسيرة هو الدكتور غسان، وإحنا من خلفهم إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله حبيبي. شكرا
نفس التخصص كمان، هذول دكاترة الأطفال بخوفوا مش قلال، حتى مرعبين الاحتلال، مش بس إحنا Pediatricians are being seen as a threat by genocidal forces or by occupations. They are scared from pediatricians. So it seems pediatricians, they have something special, guys. Dr. Ahmad, Sam.
The deputy of Minister of Health, Dr. Yousef Reish, is pediatrician.
Dr. Yousef, the head of deputy minister
the
is a pediatrician.
General Administration of Hospitals, Dr. Muhammad Zaqut, is pediatrician.
Okay.
Dr. Hussam Abu Sophia, head of Kamal Adwan, is pediatrician.
Yes.
Dr. Muhammad Abu Salmiya, head of Shifa Hospital, is pediatrician.
Also.
Yes. أحمد شتات اللي هو اللي ماسك التخطيط والتعاون international planning، التخطيط والتعاون الدولي، also pediatrician. They are dealing with all the focal points of the Minister of Health.
So the medical community is being occupied by pediatricians now.
Yes.
All the heads of the healthcare in Gaza, they are all led by pediatricians. That's good. Very good to hear, wallah. MashaAllah. Okay. Ivana and Tina, are you still there? Tina? Ivana? Yeah, I don't think they are there. Okay, guys. We have Roxana. Do you have any reflections, Roxana?
Just a basic reflection. It was just nice to have everything shared, and I really appreciate Dr. Al-Farra, you showing us everything and going through your emotions. It's always nice to see you.
Thank you, Roxana. Thank you. You are muted, Dr. Nidal.
Okay, guys, thank you. Anyone else has any reflections, any questions before we leave? We might leave early today because of other commitments. Anyone else want to share anything? Okay, guys, so thank you. Keep up the good work. I don't want to keep reminding you, please donate, support these communities, donate to DAG, donate to Elvis, any nonprofit that takes care of these communities, rather than send your tax money to the government to give them free as bombs to Israel and war profiteers. It is better that we take responsibility too, and take responsibility of our taxes and put our tax dollars, our hard-earned money, to be used in the right causes. And this is actually one way to pressure our governments to do the right thing, which is that we take control of how our money is being used, whether when we vote or when we donate or when we spend. And please also keep your voices strong and high, and invite more people, educate more people, speak up at your institutions, speak up to your politicians, speak to your colleagues, speak to your hospitals. Keep thinking, find ways how we can fix this. Teach us, come back, give us any advices, any suggestions. None of us here can do it alone. We need all of us. We, the people, need to unite. If we unite, we have the power to do anything we want. I think I was talking with one of my colleagues yesterday, and they said the problem is the majority is always silent, and that is what gives those in power the power to commit these crimes and to go against our wills and the wills of you know humanity. That's why we cannot be silent. We have to wake up the masses. If we can wake up 3% of the population, as they say, 3% alone is enough to make the change that we all need as humanity and as human beings. So please keep up the work. We need to allow mobile homes to Gaza. We need to allow medications. We need to allow, good quality food. We need to allow fuel. We need to allow medical supplies. We need the genocide to stop, because the genocide continues by other means. Genocide is still going on. We need to stop this. We need to hold the perpetrators accountable. We need the genocide in Congo to stop, the genocide in Sudan to stop. We need to provide for the communities in those places too, and in Rohingya and many other places. And we need to hold our politicians accountable, not to start new wars and new conflicts to keep making more weapons and selling more weapons. And again, none of us know it all. We need your advices. We need your suggestions. Please always share with us any advices you have. And one last time, Ivana and Tina, are you there? Ivana, Tina? No? Anar?
دكتور نضال,
Yeah, تفضل.
please, if we next webinar, please invite as permanent one of our colleagues from West Bank. What is happening in West Bank is very serious, and the settlements attack against the farmers, against the Palestinian people in Ramallah, in Nablus, in every space and place in West Bank is very serious. We have to support each other, because this is one country again. We have to share all our feelings with them, and they have to talk. We have to express about everything in the media, in the TV channels, and every time we have to talk, and we have to remember, and we have to talk for all the world, that this land is talking Arabic. الأرض بتتكلم عربي مش عبري. This is we have to talk about for everyone in Nablus, in Ramallah, in Gaza, in Khan Yunis, and in every place. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed. I think I want Maribeth to translate Unadikum. Maribeth, you have a comment to say, but also
No, I was going to say Tina did send us a message. She I guess heard you calling her name, and she says, you guys are doing a great job. I am here every Sunday, listen attentively, and cry a lot. Palestine will be free. Sorry, I have no microphone or camera, so I am just commenting. Thank you for all you do. So
Thank you, Tina, and thank you for
Tina.
all our audience, supporters, all people of good conscience all over the world. Do you want to translate? I think Dr. Ahmad said the song Unadikum, and he asked me to translate. I don't know how to translate it. Do you
Oh,
know
I
how to translate?
I thought he wanted to sing it with you.
Maybe you can sing it with
The
him, not me.
two, like the
Can
two
you sing it?
doctors.
Can you sing it?
Who you can?
Unadikum.
Me.
It was your
Is
song.
Dr. Al-Farra gonna sing with us?
Yeah, you and Dr. Al-Farra.
He can start us off.
Yes.
We have to translate it for English before.
Wait, you're asking me to do that?
Yes.
Like I called to you, like it's a connection to the land beneath your souls. I would die for your sake. Like I give you the light from my eyes. I share this with you. Am I getting there at all?
Yes.
Okay. أناديكم أشد على أيديكم. I shout for you and I support with you. أبوس الأرض تحت نعالكم. I kiss the land under your shoes. وأقول أفديكم, and I say I sacrificed you.
Sacrificed my life for you.
Yes. أنا ما هنت في وطني ولا صغرت أكتافي. I am not weak in my land and مش عارف ولا صغرت أكتافي يعني هو معنى مجازي يعني, and I'm not weak in general. وقفت بوجه ظلامي. I stand and I still stand against my enemies or occupying forces. يتيما عاريا حافي. يتيما orphan. عاريا naked and without shoes.
Thank you.
This is the not it is sometimes you translate word by word, but the meaning sometimes is different because it is a different language. This is the point.
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed. So I was thinking to close off the webinar, but it seems we have a new life. The webinar just started. We are joined by Judy Evans, the co-founder of Code Pink. Me and Karama talked to her and Medea Benjamin yesterday, and they want to start a campaign for Dr. Hussam Abu Sophia and Dr. Ghassan Abu Zohri and all the doctors in Gaza. Judy, are you with us?
I am, and I've been with
Judy,
you for the last.
on your camera. It's all yours now. I have to go work. You and Karama.
Nidal.
Yes.
You should probably make Jody a panelist so we can see her.
She is. How can I make her? I thought she is a panelist. No.
No.
You should go to her name and say promote to panelist.
I say disabled talking.
Or make me host so I can do it.
Speaking language. I have to go to her name.
Well, it's okay. While you're doing that, I just want to say the last 3 hours have been so moving and powerful. And you all know as our hearts break every day, it is the love that we are, it is the engagement that we are that not only supports each one of us, our communities, and those that are confused and want something to do and need a community to do it with. And you're profound in your care for life. And I've been taking notes for the next year as we take on the medical establishment globally, because they are missing in action. How dare they be not at the gates of the prisons where these doctors are? This is just unfathomable that they're not there and they're not hi.
Karama, I made you host.
I
Can
see
you
that.
make Judy a panelist?
And they're not calling for the release of these doctors who, as you said, over and over again, were only there to serve life. And that is what a doctor is supposed to do. I wonder, like, who actually took the Hippocratic Oath, because we are not seeing it revealed in the doctors around the world. We want to take on the AMA. And look, you know, we know, and you know, I've met so many of you that
there she is. You're muted now, Jody.
Whoops. Okay, back.
Yes.
You know, from being in the halls of Congress, the people know, you know, we've got 92% of the Democratic Party with us and 92% of the Democratic Party in leadership against us. But it is the people that is going to make the difference, that we don't lose our hearts. And yes, the AMA is being stupid. Yes, too many people who run hospitals are being stupid. And this is the year to do like what we do in Congress. You have to scratch at them. You have to hold a light to them and expose who they are to the world. And, you know, some of the things I heard earlier is like, no, your doctors, not technicians serving as slaves to the capitalists. And it's taking back all of our agencies. When we watch inhumanity happen, it's becoming the most vibrant of humanity. And so I just am in deepest gratitude for this morning of inspiration that we will start the year with. Both Medea and I were here for the whole thing. And we love you as allies, as partners, and also as just lights for the world. So thank you so much. Look forward to being in the streets with you next year, taking on some of those people that say they're leadership in the medical world but aren't leading for life. And let's expose them. You know, let's together, you know, show the world that not only is this about Gaza, but this is about all health. I just did a report on poverty in America. And because I don't know if y'all know, but what's trending in China right now is called the kill line, because a Chinese worked in the morgue in New York City, and he took back to China talking about what he experienced. And they're appalled at what people live in America. That below the poverty line, they really would rather you die. And that wasn't, and it's racist. So, you know, the AMA holds up the racist, inhumane structures that I call the war economy. And it is, you know, 2026 is when we help to expose it, and we start new things, and we build new communities that serve life. And you are it, and you've inspired me. So thank you so much for all you do for life, for each other, and for Palestine. Onward to peace.
Thank you, Jody. It's very profound. And thank you for being with us and for your patience with our super long webinars today.
Heartfelt, more heartfelt webinars.
Today is exceptionally short, believe it or not.
Well, good. I'm off to catch a plane. Deepest gratitude.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you. Good. I think we heard from everyone. We had Dr. Maysa Al-Ser at the beginning, who spoke to us from Jenin. And the situation in Jenin is pretty much miserable, with a lot of home demolition. So thank you, Dr. Al-Farra, for keeping the people in the West Bank on your mind. We appreciate your leadership. So if there are no final comments from anyone, I think we can close this webinar, and we see everyone next year. Please spread the word about the calendar, spread the word about the donation links. We really hope to reach the 100,000 mark before the end of the year. We're third way there, so we still have ways to go. But we need the funds to support the students, support the people with disability in Gaza. We cannot rely on international aid, unfortunately. And we also support the community of young women and girls who survived sexual violence. We are still working with the group in Al-Fasher, Sudan, to build the sanitation unit. So we have, together we can make a difference. So let's not look away. Let's use our resources to help others. And like Martha's mother-in-law said, to be happy is to be generous. So thank you. Ashraf, you wanted to say something?
Hello, everybody, and thank you for this webinar as usual. I wasn't planning on talking today, honestly, because I got very emotional listening to Ilyas and Dr. Ghassan's son. Both of them, I feel so guilty, honestly, listening to them. But may God bless them, and may God free their parents, and they don't deserve that. They are the heroes, and I'm sorry, I'm very emotional today. But thank you for everything you guys are doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashraf. You are one and one of us. We are together in this, and we collectively make a difference. Alone, we can do nothing. So appreciate you always. And thank you. Good. Anyone else?
Dr. Karama,
Naam.
please, I want to end this webinar with this part for Ilyas and for Bashar. And inshallah, I'm leaving, but we have to listen for this part, okay?
Yes. We cannot hear.
تحت نعالكم وأقول أفديكم أهديكم أمشي على أيديكم وأبوس الأرض تحت نعالكم وأقول أفديكم ما هنت في وطني ولا صغرت أكتافي ما هنت في وطني ولا صغرت أكتافي في ظلامي يتيما عاريا حافي
آتيكم وأشد على يديكم وأبوس الأرض. Yes, I know you know it. Sing it. على يديكم وأبوس الأرض تحت نعالكم وأقول أفديكم.
على أيديكم وأبوس الأرض تحت نعالكم وأقول أفديكم اغنوا على كفي ولا نكست أعلامي
نغني يا نضال.
شو تسووا؟
Nidal, you just missed the singing.
Did you turn this into a party? Did you turn it into a party with
والله
أيديكم
تحت قيادة
أرد
الدكتور
على
أحمد.
أيديكم وأبوس الأرض تحت نعالكم وأقول أفديكم
Karama, did you hear the story with Dr. Ahmad? When he went to the board, the one who wants to was sitting there to examine the doctor who was supposed to examine him, told him, no, come, you come sit here. Not me testing you. والله عليك قصص وافلام يا دكتور احمد.
الله يعطيكم العافية. معلش يعني هذا شيء قليل، يعني احنا تعبير بسيط كما قال الدكتور زميلنا الدكتور عز، انه نحن يعني اختصر الكلام، نشعر بال يعني feeling guilty to do يعني nothing what the Dr. Hussam and what Dr. Ghassan offered for this people and for the Palestinian people and for their dignity and for their rights and for everything. Thank you, my friend. Thank you again.
Dr. Ahmed, احنا بدنا نكتب كتاب. We want to write a book about the doctor in Gaza as, you know, as being the new role model and even the medicine in Gaza to be, or to, in a way, recalibrate the medical ethics, revisit them. So please, welcome to join us. Of course, it's going to be based on interviews with doctors from Gaza and their insight. And if you know of anyone who's interested in this, or if you recommend anyone to be part of this work, and actually when we talked to Dr. Reish last week, he said he is trusting us to this work together, because the way medicine and healthcare workers persevered the last 2 years is something that should be taught in schools, and there should be new standards of medicine and care, and you know, revisiting the concept of neutrality, the selective use of that term, the abuse of that term to justify crimes, to justify silence. We need to put all this into documents. So everyone is invited, please. Yiping, Anar, Dr. Ahmed, anyone is interested, ahla wa sahla. They deserve it, and it's going to be based mostly on the doctors, healthcare of Gaza, their stories, their interviews, the way they withstood all this violence and continued despite all these difficulties to provide. Okay. Anything else, guys?
خلص.
الياس، وينك الياس؟
دكتور.
ارجع الكاميرا. خلص، شرفتنا انت يا الياس، شرفتنا يا بشار.
لنا الشرف والله يا دكتور.
ان شاء الله بنشوف ابوك الدكتور حسام والدكتور غسان، ان شاء الله بنشوفهم معنا على خير
يا رب يا رب.
بسلام ومنتصرين ومرفوعين الراس.
بإذن الله.
وشكرا لكم انكم تحملوا رسالتهم، وخلينا على اتصال. وثانك يو everyone. Congratulations, Dr. Ahmed. And Gaza lives, Palestine lives, despite all the perpetrators, despite all the injustice. And inshallah, we'll see you guys, everyone, next week. So today you get a discount, only 3 hours. And if you donate more with the tax deductible donations to support these communities, we might give you another discount next week.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Thank you. See you next week, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.